Good morning, Phoenix. How did you sleep? I'm so sorry, stream, for last night. That absolutely blew with Nightingale. I'm so happy to report that's not happening with every game, but I feel like we've had some bad luck lately. Good morning, Goodwin. How are you guys? I will tell you guys up front that I have been so stuck in my head for like the last 24 hours. I think it's probably the autoimmune stuff. Good morning, Walker. Lovely to see you. I slept for more than 3 hours, so that's good. That is good. What the crap was with Nightingale? I know, I was so sad, so no, I felt so bad, but I was also like, instead of pushing through it... Oh my goodness, my... Hello, camera. Hi, I forgot to lock the source. Hang on. For those of you that are on the fence about getting a 4K camera, it's great, except for when the camera forgets how to function. Hang on. I don't know what Nightingale's problem is. I know that game, as Llama was saying, has had a lot of complaints because of the optimization problems, which I'm just like, okay. I'm assuming that that's what's up also. There we go. Let's get some Subnautica music. But thank God that we have Subnautica. Thank God that we have multiplayer mod. We have options out there in the survival genre, and I love these games because they get me out of my head, which is so badly needed. So we're gonna relax today. Hopefully we're gonna get more Cyclops parts. Hopefully we're gonna vibe. Who knows? Maybe we'll even mess around with some Reapers. We're gonna see. We're gonna have fun. I don't know. We're just gonna faff about today. We're gonna be nice and chaotic. And I love to see it. Let me see something. Let me do that. There we go. That way you guys can see, I can see. And away we go, baby. I've honestly missed being underwater. I was like, listen, you know a game is fantastic when you're playing other survival games and you're just like, you know something? I miss it. I was so bummed though to know, because I love Nightingale as a product and as a concept, but I feel like what we've experienced with the actual running of said product has been just so... Like for 30 bucks, posted on their update. Thank you, Sino. Yeah, because it was really weird. What's up, Asgard? It's nice to see you.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
So comparatively, this game is only a couple gigs and runs like a beautiful charm, even with like heavy modding. So I feel like our standards for these games, and this is absolutely not a, oh, we're gonna go shit on another indie game, because every indie dev deserves respect. It's very hard to make a game, period. I really want to see them do better, but I think we must also have the conversation that like, for 30 bucks, that lack of optimization is like, bruh, what are we doing here? And because I have not been on in offline mode, I have to like reacquaint myself with all the controls, so don't mind me. What's up, Asgard? How's your day going? I will tell you guys something. I'm so thankful to have you all and to have stream, because whenever you're dealing with anything medical, I feel like it's so easy to get lost in your head. It's so funny too, because all my rashes are like now receding, and I'm just like, yeah, unfortunately. Press F8 to give you guys feedback. Oh, Subnautica. How do I write you a love letter? Also, anybody who's behind the plants, it's not because I love you. That's Asgard. Then we have Walker. Wait. Yeah, we can still see. It's going. Oh boy. May your day be peaceful. I know that feeling too well. I know that feeling all too well. Whenever I say it's going, I'm like, oh baby. That's how you know. Had to get you guys up on the wall. Ooh, look at how quiet it got. Mr. Reaper, are you just like chilling? When it comes to Nightingale, I'll have to look up how to install the multiplayer. Yeah, oh my god. What the fuck am I hearing? I think those are just stalkers, but like... What's up, Beatles? These are just stalkers, but like... That one long one did not sound like a stalker to me, even though I've heard it 100 times. We're just gonna bring out medkits. No particular reason why, you know? What's up, Beatles? How you doing? Yeah, oh, so no, multiplayer in this is gonna be so OP. There's no way. This would be way... That's 10,000% a stalker. Yeah, these are stalkers. I'm bugging out about stalkers. Oh boy. I'm good, getting some work done. How are you? I cannot complain. I've been like stuck in my head, but I think it's from the autoimmune stuff, which I'm happy to report, as you can all see. The rashes are back to receding, and that's how frustrating that they are. It's like you just wake up one day and they're there. Yeah, the Reapers would be much louder, and also we would have hull damage by now because they would just be slamming things. I just like... You know what's funny is that you walk away from this game for 5 minutes, and routine Subnautica players I feel like know this, and you almost like have to like relearn the sounds of the game. I still can't believe that we have you, you cutie. Fishies, right, Acu? Aren't they cute? BPAT, welcome in. It's going so well. So today, here's our plan. We're going to expand alien containment because now we have a Uranite base where we can consistently harvest nuclear reactors. So we need to work. So we have 2 alien containment facilities. This needs to be 2 more layers up. And then what we're going to do is we are going to work on the expansion. Yeah, Acu, these things are terrifying when you see them in the wild, but ours is so cute. And also one thing I love about alien containment, for those who are on the fence about this game, one thing that makes it so worth it is that you can just like go in and hang out with your little pets. Like, you're not gonna hurt me. Hello, hello, how you doing, Acu? I'm also really curious, do the single ones lay eggs? I don't think that they do. I think you need to have a couple for them to lay eggs and have more, but what's cute is that you will put in like just a couple and like they'll multiply. And they're just so precious to me. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let me see. I love this game. For those of you that are on the fence, I really want you guys to give this game a shot, even if you're really scared of the ocean, because I'll tell you what, I think that this game actually helps you get less scared. And thank you for the follow, dude. I think that this game helps you actually overcome thalassophobia more so than it, like, promotes more of it, you know? There we go. Just want to do a little... I like to have endogenous life forms for my little creatures. So this is going to be the crab squid tank. Now, what can we put in with the crab squid? It is an amazing addition. And one thing that I really love, and I've always really loved this about this game, is that I think one of the coziest parts about Subnautica and undersea living in this, just haven't played again since I got into other games, right, Acu? And this is the thing. This is a game where I have to say, I really just want to give it props. This game is multiple years old, but it never stops being fun. Like... There's always going to be the newest, hottest thing to market, but I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I can come back to Subnautica endlessly without having in any way a diminished experience. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we obviously enjoy newer, hotter things that come out to the market, and yet at the same time, I'm just like, for some reason, this game always just hits. It just always hits. Is there any technology you can give the crab squid? I'm sad that we can't give them toys, Phoenix. I was hoping that we could drop metal salvage for the stalkers to play with because I wanted to watch them play. Agreed, Beatles. Same. I love the work that they did to create a very thoroughly expansive like ecosystem. It's making me very, very motivated. What's up, Mo? It's good to see you. So I can't drop anything in here, which makes me really bummed. Yeah, that's my one thing that I would really like to see is an enrichment detail. Wishlist on stream, of which a few are really ones I want to play. The Quiet Place, yeah, the Quiet Place game looks really good. I have to check, though, how many hours of content. I actually have to check with friends like Llama to find out how many hours of content, realistically, one could derive from it, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, $30 for one of the Don't Scream games is kind of like... I love it. But if I'm not going to get at least like, and I know that this sounds weird, but I was explaining these metrics to a friend of mine the other day. I was like, because I do this full time, I have to like look at content hours that you get from a thing, because you know how there's some horror games where you only play them for 8 hours, but they cost you $30. That to me is like, What's up, Coffee? Or at least a ball to make for them. I know, Sino, I wish we could make them toys. I really wanted to give my stalkers little toys. $10 per 50 hours of content at least. Exactly, Mo. That's the thing, is like, I think when we do the metrics on some of these games, even though they're very hot to market, and obviously I support that, I'm also in a position myself where I'm just like, $30 is not like a small amount of money for a game at the moment, so it's kind of like, you know which one I actually just picked up for us, chat, and I'm very excited about is Inotria, the last song. We're finally going to be playing Italian Souls. 60 quid for a game, for a 6-hour story, them games. Yeah. We need to plan when we're playing Devour, it's true, Sino. Oh my god, wait, did it happen? Did you hit the goal? Congratulations. Yes, and we do need to officially plan it, especially a game like Devour, where you can play limitless hours. I just want to, like, say, I love when indie devs really think about, like, okay, how do we maximize the experience for the player? There's something that's just so sexy about that, especially because the gaming industry has made these games steadily get more and more expensive. Like, when I even saw Inotria at $50, and don't get me wrong, like, I saw Cowboy do a full playthrough of it. I haven't watched his full playthrough, so we're going to be going into that one blind. But, I saw how many episodes that he derived from it, and I was like, okay, yeah, that one definitely has the hours to compensate for the cost. But it's an interesting... Took Fooster about 6 hours to play, but you're right. Yeah, and that's the thing, Aku, like, I think one thing that's really interesting, and I found myself doing this more and more, is I'm trying to be really transparent about, like, as content creators, I'm not saying that everybody does this, but for me, I put it into, like, a spreadsheet in my mind, because, so, like, oh my god, Sino, I'm so excited. Congratulations on meeting goal. Everybody, please congratulate Sino. He has hit his follower goal, which means that he is going to be playing Devour with me and Auburn as soon as she has her PC back. And I am so freaking excited. That is going to be so freaking amazing. I am so excited. Everybody, please, big round of applause, if you could, for Sino, if you have the points. Thank you for those applauses. This is a huge moment. Sino, congratulations, dude. I love that feeling. We freaking celebrate these wins with our whole chest. It takes so much to be a content creator, and sometimes it is a journey that, like, you'll have these milestones and then you reach them, and it just feels absolutely transcendent. You're like, yes. We are good to roll. I freaking love it. I'm so excited for you, dude. This is just the beginning, you know what I mean? And this is the thing, too. It's like, I feel like every goal that you reach as a content creator hits really different when it's also not, like, it's not expected. Right, Sino? It is humbling. It's one of those moments where you're like, you guys like hanging out with me? Thank you. You're just like, wait, this is so cool. This is so fun. I'm living for it, dude. But yeah, as I've gotten further into content creation, I've just started explaining more and more of the process. 50 followers about 2 weeks ago. Oh my god, Aku, congratulations. And also, everybody in my chat, if you're not following Aku, follow Aku. We have literally been hanging out since the charity event, and I love Aku. The vibes are immaculate. We always have really good conversation, and I think that that's something that's so important between creators, is it's so important to have people that you can just vibe with who, like, the experience is just always immaculate. You know what I mean? Because it's honestly one of the parts about this gig that nobody talks about, but like sometimes the world can feel a little bit bleak, and it's so wonderful when you see, yeah, absolutely. Please post in the marketplace when you stream so that we can come support. I always tell people, and fellow streamers as well, for any of you guys who are new to my content, if you are a fellow streamer, please feel free to let us know so that we can come support you. We don't do the whole weird competitive thing here. And that's something that, you know, the older that I get and the farther that I get in this journey, the more I have been realizing that, like, apparently that's not just, like, the norm. I'm like, what do you mean people freak out because there's streamers in their chat? I'm thrilled when you guys are like, oh, I also stream. I'm like, oh, thank you, God. So if OBS explodes between like 15 of us, we might be able to figure out what the hell's going on. Hallelujah. Save me. I have absolutely no pride to speak of whatsoever. I'm like, good, if the PC explodes, maybe we'll have like 6 experts in chat, you know what I mean? To me, it's like the more the merrier. And also because I think with content creation, one thing that people forget is that these are beautiful spaces for folks to just relax in. And I love that there's like a bunch of us who want to do that. You know what I mean? Now you are absolutely the bane of my existence. Could you like not? Thank God I just saved. Cranky. He makes me cranky. And also, Aku, congrats to you. 50 is a huge, like, I have got to tell you guys something. And no problem, Mo, enjoy. I've got to tell you guys something. 50 is a huge milestone. Every single milestone that you guys hit is a big milestone. Never let, like, a big streamer make you feel like your milestones don't matter. I know it's hard, but let me tell you guys something right now. Every single moment of being a creator, you feel the work that goes into those hours. Especially when, like, and I don't know why this is true, like, feel free to correct me for those of you who haven't had this experience, but one thing that I have noticed as I've gotten older is that people are a lot harder on smaller streamers than they are on bigger streamers. And no problem, Aku, enjoy your lurk. Dealing with a structure fire? Oh my god, I hope everyone's gonna be okay, Goodwin. I'm so sorry. You guys have had a lot of fires lately. I hope everyone's safe. Yay, we got a crab squid mate for ours. He gets a girlfriend. I don't know why I've named him a he. We can't possibly know that. That's not like a, thank you. I've actually never been happier to see a warper to distract me from whatever that dialogue was about to be. I believe it was abandoned, mainly storage. Interesting. Oh god. I hope it's not anything like evidence disposal, you know? Like, whenever I hear abandoned structure had a fire, I'm like, I hope no one's disposing of something. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. If you watch enough, if you watch enough true crime, you guys know. Sending good vibes to those people. I hope it's gonna be okay. That stuff is scary. I've gotta tell you guys, one thing that really gets me is, like, in our human condition, at least no one yeah, but here's the thing, Asgard, it's a perfect way to dispose of, like, especially biological evidence via fire, so I'm just hoping that it's nothing like that, you know what I mean? I really hope it's just nothing. And enjoy, Sinnoh, have a good lurk. I just hope it's nothing nefarious and it turns out to have just been like, oh, if only there was an inspection. Because for me, so for me, and it's not that my brain always goes to the worst case scenario, I'm not really one of those people, but like, thankfully, but I'm somebody who is very practical and I'm like, it's also very easy to set a fire in an abandoned place and assume that nobody will notice because it's an abandoned place, so who's gonna possibly check for it the way that they could? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, my brain immediately goes to this place that's like, you better not be up to something, buddy. Later, Beetles, it was lovely to see you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm glad that you were able to catch one of the earlier ones. I was thinking about you when I went live. I was like, oh, I hope Beetles is gonna be okay. I was like, shoot, the time zone. No, please don't. Listen, Mrs. Crab Squid, I can explain. It's not a good explanation, but I have an explanation. It's that I'm a kleptomaniac. I was not trying to take your babies to give them a sad life. They are having a wonderful, comfy existence. They're doing great. They're living their best lives by me. They're very happy babies. They're totally preserved, and they're so totally yours, you can even come visit them. You have full visitation, Mrs. Crab Squid. I'm begging you not to make me your problem. Oh! Mrs. Crab Squid. I can't sing that for DMCA, but you guys get the vibe. Instead of Mr. Sandman. Oh, these poor babies. Alright, well, the good news is that apparently they're very prolific in the reproductive department, which is very good news for us. Because, we are going to have crab squid babies. Now, I am wondering if I could actually pick up the crab squid babies and deposit them outside my house as security. Or will they just mess with the house? What do we think, chat? Is this like a radically diabolical plan? Or could this work? Because if this could work, I think it would be mighty sexy to have crab squid security, because who's gonna ever mess with my crab squid security besides other crab squids, you know? Or would they attract others? Both. What's up, Wander? Welcome in. Why not both, right? I wish I could get baby warpers, but that feels like that's a pipe dream. 99 problems, but squid ain't one. Listen, I would like to think that once we have the babies and we're treating them ethically, that Mrs. Crab Squid is just like, look at this wonderful person who adopted my kids and is so ethically responsible with them. Now you, on the other hand, are a menace to society and something I hate. Where's my car? Hello, car. Help! I'm being bullied by a warper. Help! Also, when you see the full adult size of the ghost leviathan, I love how like we talk about the reapers like, oh, they're so scary and they're only 55 meters, and then you see an adult size ghost leviathan, you're like, never mind. You're like, I might be slow. I'm like, never mind. Infinitely more terrifying. That's what I'm thinking though, is both should be... Well, because like my thought process... So hear me out. My thought process, and all of these are probably crab squid eggs. My thought process is that we could... My thought process is that we could potentially have security. Increases the base size of everything. Wander, can you imagine? The basic Reaper is gonna be just like actually... Imagine a peeper. A maximal peeper. A 10-meter peeper. It would humble us all. A 10-meter peeper would destroy us all. I feel like that would be the ultimate masterclass in terror. Like, behold.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Systems online.
Oh, Asgard, what it means is that you're not actively chatting, but you're still watching the stream. So basically it's just hanging out without, like, the commitment of feeling like you have to chat. That's why when we say that we love our lurkers, we all always mean it, because we're like, listen, lurkers are the backbone of Twitch. They're the folks who are like working or doing other stuff, so they have to like lurk and can't actively chat at that moment. And weirdly, it's also a topic that we discuss a lot, because unfortunately there are weirdos who like try and be rude to people who lurk, and I have to go after them like a raging puppy. I have to go after them as if my life depends on it, because I find that so abhorrent and bizarre. I'm like, no, no, no. I love my lurkers. At least he's not a millimeter peeper. Just kidding, just kidding. Oh, hell, that was good. I like that. It must have been just kidding. Can you imagine the 10-meter peeper on a mission? We would just be absolutely wrecked. I'd be like, please, not boss level peeper. We're going in this convenient little tunnel because I feel very exposed and it's eerily quiet. Now, for those of you that are uninitiated, I picked this base location knowing damn well that we probably have Reaper patrol security happening above us right now. So the only one whose fault it is that I'm dealing with this is me. Are you just like a randomly spawning fragment? Can you imagine if this was a Cyclops engine? Wouldn't that have just been so sexy? I think we all would have lost our minds if this just spawned next to the house. We would have just been like, yes. Peak fortune has been achieved. Peak good fortune. No, there's nothing wrong with lurkers. What happens is that people get angry because their chats aren't talking to them. And I'm like, but are you, my brother and sister in Christ, ambiently chatting to your chat? A Mesmer Leviathan? Oh, Wanderer, you're in the right place, because I love me some Mesmer. I was saying that he's exactly the kind of, like, toxic guy that I would fall in love with. I mean, like, I just think Renala, and I believe it was, oh my god, what's her sister's name? Oh my god, please, her sister had the cutest name. They had, like, matching twin sister names, and it was, like, my goals, if I were to ever have twin girls, would be to have names that are this good. It was, like, it's not Regala, but it's, like Renala and... what? Oh, please. Oh, God. Someone who has a brain that's awake. What's Renala's twin sister's name? Rolana. Oh my god, thank you. It came back to me. My brain all of a sudden activated. It was like, instead of Holy Spirit activate, it was like caramel macchiato activate. Imagine if it lived in the void and pulled you into the void. I would love that. See, like, that's my ideal romantic situation. Do we pull each other deeper into the void? The mesmers would be terrifying. Multi-mesmers would be absolutely horrifying, but also could be very cute if we can have Rolana also as a Leviathan, and the two of them, the cute thing is that they're a breeding pair. I think that would be adorable. That'd be such a nice little tribute to the fact that they have like this sneaky little relationship in game where I was like, it's so cute to me that he's just chilling by his lady. The ghosts live on top and the mesmers below. Oh my god! Ba-da-da! Da-da-da-da-da! I have been consulted. HR has come for us at last, everyone. Run! The HR department's here, baby. That's why it's so quiet by the house. I love how I was like, I found a fairly safe location. No, I have the fuck not. Hide in the house. To the house. Oh, please, for the love of God, don't have spotted me. Can y'all fucking imagine? That thing straight up waved at me. He waved at me, chat. What do we have to name him? What are we gonna name him? No, her. You know what she's named? Oh my god, you guys are gonna love this reference. Please don't have my power surge because of that. No, Phoenix, it was a giant ghost Leviathan that just waved at us. It literally just waved at us from the cliffside. Okay, we are naming every ghost Leviathan Bathsheba after Bathsheba Sherman, because Bathsheba Sherman, the real one, was done so wrong by the Conjuring films, and I will never stop representing her because she was actually not a bad person, but she had the worst rep ever in life. And then also in death, and then the Conjuring producers completely destroyed her living legacy, and when you actually look into the person, she really was just... Imagine that you're like the pretty, witchy, cool lady who gets demonized for absolutely no other reason whatsoever, but people sucking. Yeah, we have just seen a ghost Leviathan wave at us. Hell! And you picked your proper intro. Welcome in, my friend. I was waiting. I was like, where's the but I don't speak Italian? Crucial things, crucial steps. Yeah, that ghost Leviathan was not Mr. Oh, remember how we thought that was going to be our original base location? Real glad we didn't pick that because, baby, Bathsheba is on the hunt, and hopefully she's not hunting for my butt. I'm hoping we're, like, just far enough because the music's playing. Baby, she was not here to play with us today. Leave you alone once you're cured. Really? So we should probably prioritize getting cured, Walker. Is that what you're telling me? Is that true about the crab squids too, or no? No, the crab squids just like me. The crab squids are just in love with me, I'm convinced. But the warpers will leave us alone once we're cured, so we should probably hyper prioritize that. But can we get cured without the game ending? Because like I would choose, so if I was Riley, I would actually choose to stay here and just vibe. And I know how unhinged that sounds, but hear me out. You should be safe on the outskirts. Yeah, I'm like going back into these little glowing... I love, by the way, these little glowing ball things. I don't know what we call them. I probably need to go up to them and go and investigate because that's probably the worst description that you've all ever heard anyone give anything. Pain and kill infected creatures. I remember you guys saying that. I have a lot more empathy for them because of that. Like, as much as I dislike having to deal with them, I have a lot of empathy because I can imagine that that's not really a fun purpose to have been made for. But also, I would like to give big shout out to these aliens because they're doing a more effective job than we literally did as a planet when we had a crisis. So just saying, you know, I feel for our warper brothers because I don't think that they have a fun gig. I'd imagine that this is not like a relaxing time. Also, God bless us, can you imagine squaring up to Bathsheba in the freaking Seamoth? I'd feel so bad. Poor Bathsheba. Where the Emperor is, then you can do stuff to make the cure. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, where is... I know we need a... Whoa! Open spaces are not my friend. At least not until I got eyeballs on where that ghosty bro is. Bathsheba needs to be someone that we keep in our mind as we travel around this space. It only ends when you leave the planet. Okay, so we can basically just cure everything. So we can just cure stuff. Now, by the way, imagine that your janitor just cures your ancient virus in like 5 seconds. I've always really loved that trope of this game. Is like the fact that Riley is not like this super high level scientist or anything. Oh no, what have I done? Chat, I done fafoed. And I wasn't even trying. Alright, this is about to get real dicey. But we literally just have to get back to our side of events. Where is home? There's the big home. Where's our beacon? Oh my god. Okay. Let me not have a stress attack. Let's fix the ship. Dumpster fire indeed. This is what happens when you go farming at the new base location. I will say one thing I think that this game is absolutely fantastic at being is it's like cozy horror, if that makes sense. It's creepy cozy. I accidentally wound up across the gap in a place I don't want to be. So we're gonna have to like very discreetly, hopefully, move our way. Inchworm our way around Bathsheba, because don't get me wrong, I know Bathsheba's over here. I know that she's like waiting to munch me. I can feel it. And I am not in a position where I can take on a ghost Leviathan right now. Like, I hear that and my life is filled with a primal terror. Like, I don't even need to put eyes on her to know that she's not in a good mood and that I am in the wrong. Whatever sins I've committed, I'd like to atone for them right this moment before we get eaten and devoured. That's literally what eaten means. Oh my god, please don't do that to me. Oh, baby. Nothing feels more stressful than, hi, I'm outside of the vehicle. And I don't want to be. Are you? You are such a little schutz. Stop it. They can be cranky. Let me get back to my damn house, please. I just feel like we're gonna turn. Thank you, God, for the thermal lines. I take it all back, everyone. I'm in coffee. If you're lurking, I'm in love with the thermal lines. The thermal lines are the way, the truth, and the light. I totally see why you have them down here now, because this would stress me the hell out. Alright, let's go back to the main house. Let's drop off the crab squid egg. And then what else? I just feel so convinced that if we don't run into one, we're gonna run into the other. And I know for a fact that this is now just me officially becoming the most paranoid version of myself humanly possible. One thing I will say though about being down here is that I really do appreciate that we don't have to have the lights on. Because I don't know, like, I feel like every stream I explain this to you guys, and probably for those of you that are here regularly, you're just like, dear God, girl. If you explain this one more damn time, but I love not having the lights on around the Reapers because in my particular headcanon, which has absolutely no grounding in reality, having the lights off means that they can't see us because if you are actually in the ocean, to my mind, the last thing that you want to do is have a giant beacon on you that's like, here I am, follow here for food. What's up, Senpai? It's good to see you. How have you been, Senpai? Are there Reapers in that region? Listen, we just evaded a ghost Leviathan, so Bathsheba literally waved at us and we managed to get away from her, so like, I mean, maybe my theory about not being visibly present works out, I don't know. All I know is like, I'm not trying to find out the hard way, you know? Having the lights on and just announcing where my little sub is feels like that's just a recipe for like, please come crunch me. It's like if I was ever trying to evade someone, I'm not going to run into the woods with a flashlight, you know? Because it's like, hey, how to signal exactly where my location is, 101. In a while, life has been busy. I'm doing well, Senpai. I'm doing well. We are chilling in some Subnautica, and we are absolutely loving this game. I've got to tell you, dude, that, like, for the longest time, I knew I wanted to stream Subnautica, but I was like... So the one thing I will say about this game is that I feel like it develops a little bit of thalassophobia in people that don't originally have it, and I was like, you know, I think doing this in the summer, when theoretically there's the possibility of the sharks, would be a lot rougher than doing this in the winter time. Also, for those of you that are wondering, yes, I'm making spare reactor rods because I personally hate the dilemma of not having them on hand when I need them. Shit cakes. We need quartz. But let's drop off. Our crab squid is going to have a boyfriend. I'm so excited. Obviously, they don't have genders, but like, you know what I'm talking about. I do have to say, one of my favorite details of this game is that the Sea Emperor parents were just like, actually, absolutely not. And there's something really pleasant about that that makes me happy. Get you out of here. I'm like, let's get you and rescue you out of the nightmare that's going to be the crab squid tank before multiples of them show up. Because somehow I feel like our innocent little spadefish is not going to be having a fun time. There you go, buddy. Be free. Enjoy. I feel like I can't murder our pet fishies. I don't know. I'm just too... I don't possess the constitution that would allow me to sit there and justify sentencing the poor spadefish to a horrible death. I mean, granted, they were living there perfectly symbiotically. Like, I haven't seen anything attack each other in alien containment, so that's been good. But that's also not really something that I think we should FAFO about, because I feel like we're gonna pick the worst possible thing to FAFO about. And it's gonna hurt. I'm so happy though that the Ghost Reaper is so pretty. But I'm good, Senpai. Life has been busy, dude. This has been a crazy time period. I hope that everything is going well for you, my friend. Because I will tell you right now, I know so many people who are just like going through it, and all I can tell you guys is please just hang in there. It's gonna be okay. I know that this is a very weird time period. People are being real people right now, but we will figure it out, as we all always do, and we will just keep it pushing. Holy moly. These last couple weeks have honestly managed to impress me with the way that people have been peopling. I don't know about you guys, but like... it's been like a lot. Just objectively like a lot. I was speaking about it with a friend of mine the other night, and we were saying like... right as it just like, I want everybody to just take a deep breath. It makes sense that stuff is crazy right now, but like, holy. Now what I could do is I could just go and drill down. I mean, we're gonna have to make more prawn suits anyway. What I think we're gonna do is get down there, build the second moon pool for the prawn suit, because I want to have 2 of them. Especially now that we understand how the thermal pressure works, which, by the way, big shout out to Coffee and Walker and to everybody who is repping the thermal plants. I get what you guys meant now about where to place them. It makes so much sense. Now we haven't had an issue with power for that base. Whenever I'm new to something, I'm more likely, and I think this is a very human thing, I think whenever we're new to something or we don't usually use it, we get hostile about it instead of like... it's such a human defense mechanism when we're unfamiliar with things. Like, It's so funny when I talk about the sharks because they're the same exact way. You'll set out a decoy in the water, and because it's unfamiliar to them and it's new, they come up and bite it to investigate it. And I'm like, do you know how many times that I have looked at people in my life and realized that they work the same exact way? That when we don't know about things, we go up and give them a tentative little nibble and are just like, will you work for me or not? And I think it's adorable and hilarious of us as humans that even in our primate state, we have the same behavior replicated in the animal kingdom, but that's literally all it ever is. Whenever I'm getting like tense or annoyed with something, it's my American Italianism kicking up. Nobody get offended by it. I have my own foibles, you know? I have to laugh about them too, because the only thing that I'm not like that about is cooking. Which is like, you would expect that cooking is where this would show up the most readily, and it's like, no. I'm not hostile towards like new ingredients or things I don't normally eat. Of course, it's like the dumbest possible thing. Maybe, I don't know, hostile is a strong word, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, I don't treat food with that kind of apprehension, but of course I treat a thing in a survival game that literally has no bearing on the way that I will live my life, IRL, with apprehension and suspicion. You know? You can't make it up. Also, who's your favorite? Well, like, think about it. So when we don't understand a thing, we have a tendency to, like, take a little nibble and be like, do you work for me or not? And I think one thing that's really funny, Asgard, is, like, when you realize that most people, even the nastiest person that you meet is scared of something, and probably is scared of their fellow people because people are nice and scary for folks who aren't, like, I'll put it this way. I've spent my whole life as an autist studying people, and the number one thing that I've found is that most of the time when someone's angry, they're actually scared. They're actually very, very scared. And we have a tendency as human beings to fear each other a lot because as primates, right, we kind of know that people have sometimes nefarious intent. It's like what we were literally just talking about with the fire, right? Like, obviously we hope it's not evidence disposal, but we recognize that other human beings are capable of nefarious things like evidence disposal. So we have a tendency to, like, kind of overcorrect and be like, oh God, it's probably the scary thing. It's probably not. It's 90% of the people that you guys meet are going about their lives and not thinking about their fellow human, like, at all, because we're all on autopilot to get through work. Right now, the economies globally are just struggling, so it's like a lot of people are freaking out about that. It's like most of the time, people are completely going about their business and we don't factor into them at all. But our brains are thinking about that 1% case at all times in which we do factor in. Like, for example, Mrs. Bathsheba the Ghost Leviathan was just chilling. She literally gave us a little wave of her head. She did not even move like she was gonna move towards me, and my ass ran for my life. I think when you realize that most people in social situations are kind of doing the same thing, even when it's unconscious, because they're freaked out or scared, because they don't know how a situation's gonna go, all of a sudden your empathy kicks in and you're just like, oh my God. You're like, oh, you poor thing, are you really scared? Oh, totally. Yeah, 100%. Like when you guys see somebody ordering something, especially because my dad and I always laugh about this because we have morning walks where we like go over to Starbucks together. And it was cute because today I was explaining to him that a grande is like the medium size, right? Like the midpoint. And he was so exactly, Asgard. It's really not for a lot of people, and that's why empathy, right? So my dad was so cute. He was so nervous to order a grande because he just doesn't know the lingo. And it's hilarious because we are literally an Italian-American family. This is not like a foreign word. You know what I mean? This is literally like a very normalized word in Italian life and society. But because he's unfamiliar with it, he gets nervous. And then you can bet that if the barista were to roll their eyes, my dad would get a little bit chuffed and be like, well, you know, like, I'm trying my best, dude. And it's funny because I think when we approach people from the lens that everybody's probably just trying their best at all times and probably doesn't know what the hell's going on, empathy is this thing that becomes really easy because you're like, oh, this person's literally trying their best and probably works like a ridiculous day. Like, if you guys know people in your lives who work like 12 to 18-hour shifts, I promise you, they don't have the energy to be nice. Nobody has the energy to be nice if they're working that much. And you're absolutely right, Asgard. Life has not been lifing for a while for people, and the global economy is just like, dude, what the hell? And that's what I mean when I say that survival games really get me out of my head, because what it allows us to do, right, is to just sit here, enjoy the story, vibe with the game, and like we don't have to think about like the pressures of, you know, our everyday lives. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think we all need games, and also people who play them for that exact reason, because these spaces offer us a little bit of a reprieve from the rest of what's going on in the world. So it's kind of funny, like, we started to have this discussion last night a little bit, where I was saying, like, I hate this idea where we fight online violence and stuff with the idea that more violence is going to fix the problem. I think empathy fixes the problem, because when we all speak to each other like we're all human beings and all have proper respect for each other, stuff actually gets fixed and done and accomplished. Because unfortunately, if you get hostile with people, they get scared, and understandably so. But it's like, then you slow down, you're like, oh, this hostile person's terrified of me. Got it. And all of a sudden, your life is just like, oh, right. Okay, I was in my head. At least that's been true for me 90% of the time. Like, if I'm like having a reaction to somebody, all of a sudden I check in and I'm like, oh, you're scared. It's like my dating life. I used to actually pick men who made me feel scared. Because I misunderstood fear as being the adrenaline rush of like good chemistry. And I was like, no. People who are good for me literally don't make me feel scared of them, don't bully me, and don't talk to me like I'm a slab of meat on a cutting board. It's like, I would pick the guy that would like make fun of me, and then I was wondering why I wasn't happy in my life, and I was having like self-worth stuff, and I was like, oh. I was like, lol, I've just gamed myself. I picked people that were bad for my nervous system. Because I didn't know any better. And this is coming from someone who studied neuroscience and the science of trauma. Why, thank you, Asgard. I appreciate that. And good morning, Ka. How are you doing? Oh my god, Ka, I absolutely love that America meme. That was hilarious. I was like, listen, if I could describe my gym goals in a single meme, it would be that meme. That was the funniest thing. For those of you, by the way, that are not following Ka, Ka is a lovely streamer, and we always have fantastic conversations and hanging out. Please also give him your follow. I'm gonna always rep my friends, but that one really, that one tickled me. I was like, this is my gym goals summarized. I apparently have a death wish going out here without my prawn. But yeah, I try to use the space to talk about the stuff that nobody else wants to talk about, because I feel like we need to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like online life.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I feel like it gets so much less scary to be in the world when we talk about crap with people, including stuff especially that we're scared of. But yeah, Ka, that, oh my god, that cracked me up so hard. I was like, America's secret weapon indeed. That needs to be my gym goals. I want my thighs to be that powerful. For those that have missed it, it's an absolutely hilarious reel that Ka has posted to his story. I was just like, I literally sat there cackling in the middle of the night. And that's how you know that it's quality, when somebody is actually like laughing out loud at their phone. I figured, I was like, you know something? I was like, let me repeat my statement, because I'm pretty sure that you're in an ad right now. Which, by the way, guys, if you're ever stuck in an ad, always ask your streamer to just repeat themselves. We'll be fine. We don't get all weird about that, or at least not cool ones. But dude, America's secret weapon, I was like, this is my new gym motivation. Thank you very much. You have re-inspired me to get back into the gym properly. Well, that's the thing, Asgard, is I just think that things get less scary when we all talk about them, right? Like, it's part of why, too, when we play horror games, one of the funniest things, so I'm almost impossible to jump scare, which I know that a lot of you are going to take as a challenge to jump scare me. You're more than welcome to. But basically, I don't jump scare easily. I'm someone who would actually much rather, like, be chillin'. So, like, I don't know, do many of you guys know the streamer Insim? He's wonderful, by the way. If you guys don't, he is the most charming Dutch streamer who just has this fantastic platform for horror where he's a very cozy guy, but like the way that he plays horror games, like what's made him so popular is that people can actually sleep to his VODs, because even though he's playing these terrifying games, you really do feel like you're just hanging out with like a good friend. Like just vibing. I already have jump scared you, so it's out of my system for a while. It's true. It is true. But basically, I really like InSim's model, and I really love this idea of like talking about the creation of the game, getting a little bit scared ourselves. Like, what could possibly be scarier than thalassophobia, right? Like, that plays on one of the major human ones. But the other aspect that I love about his content, and I've always really admired him for, is that he's so chill and wonderful and cozy that people are just like sleeping to his VODs. I'm like, if you're a horror streamer, I feel like that's the goal, where your chat trusts you enough, where what you're popular for is people literally using your VODs to sleep better at night. What's up, Gray? How you doing, dude? How you doing? But yeah, that's my biggest. I'm the king of jump scares. Just give me the blurb and I can get. So do you guys want blurb? Is that a thing? I know that like if Ancient Hydra is lurking, Hydra's about to come like barreling out of the darkness to be like, yes, get blurb. Do you guys want me to get blurb? Because I'll get blurb. Or what I can just do, if it's easier, is set up our own little menu system. But like, if you guys want blurb, we can have blurb. That's no problem. Because what I was thinking is that instead of, because the schedule is so weird right now, and by the way, I'm so sorry for those of you that are new people. They're like, what the hell is with her schedule? I promise you, I'm actually way less of a mess than I look like. One of my mods uses it religiously. All right, so we'll get blurb. Because you know what? I really like that idea. I've also seen something where like in real time, you guys were able to like sequence out audio and then have it as a blurb that just gets played, which I think would be so OP in streams. So we'll get blurb. I'll install blurb in the break today, and then we'll have it ready by this evening for you guys to mess around with. And those of you that know it, I fully leave it into your jurisdiction to tell me what to do with it. Blurb is basically, Asgard, a thing where people can play sounds for a certain amount of bits. Yeah, you can make your own redeems with it too. Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking, Ka, because I'm like, basically, if you guys really want a thing, like a little extension or something, never be shy, by the way, about telling me. I'm one of those streamers where, like, if there's a bunch of you that want it, I'd much rather make you happy and have the thing than not have the thing, you know? Blurb can be a little weird, but it's cool, yeah. As long as it's funny. You know what I mean? Like, weird is fine when it's funny. Like, last night, Nightingale disengaging my whole stream was not like the funny kind of weird. It was like a, ugh. I was like, Nightingale, stop it. Like, Nightingale closing Discord, disengaging stream altogether. I was like, ah. Not a game I love with all my heart and soul. This is where blurb is finding the right sound levels and such, yeah, and we'll work on all of it. Like, so basically what I'll do is I'll install it to have it ready for us all tonight. But if you guys want, if somebody's really familiar with it, if you want to just send me a quick little DM, like if you have a good guide or anything online, feel free to send all that stuff over. Basically, whenever you guys want an extension or something, just let me know, because we can always change stuff up. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna, for now, and for those of you that are new to the content, I know that this sounds like a chaotic decision, but hear me out. So right now my schedule is set up in such a way where basically what I want you guys to have the impression of is that every single day I'm gonna try and stream at some point. Do not worry, the VODs are always going to be available. We're never going to do the whole, like, you only get VODs if you sub thing, because I don't stream for that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Ka. That's what I'm thinking would be the best practices. But basically, the VODs will always be available. I will be on at some point every single day. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to sub out blurb with the current schedule mod, because right now, trying to nail down my times is probably a little bit chaotic for those of you that are new. So what it did, Asgard, is it actually overwhelmed. So not only did it overwhelm my encoder to such a point where I like turned down my stream settings, which by the way, if I don't look as crispy as I should, please somebody let me know, because I turned down the encoder settings a little bit last night. But basically what happened is that the game actually started to like be so demanding from the lack of optimization that it pretty much short-circuited the main systems in the computer, which forced the computer to like have to close programs. So it's like people who have it on their streams and might be able to point you in their direction. Yeah, Ka, enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much also for the feedback as well. Like, I want you guys to have stuff that you guys want to have fun with, you know? Because, like, I'm just your streamer. I'm just here vibing with y'all and having fun. If y'all want things to enhance your experience, then obviously we gotta have them. I'm also gonna be able to look up all meme things on Blurb, which I'm very excited for. Also, can we just appreciate that when my coffee actually hits, I become yapathy? I'm actually pretty happy that I'm yapathy at this moment because I feel like for the last couple of sessions I was like so quiet because I was almost vibing too hard. And then I was like, oh, we can't be vibing that hard. We gotta be chit-chatting with you all. Sitting here looking at your streamer who has resting numb face. Just be here silently probably gives the quiet passive aggression vibes. I've never heard of that happening before. Yeah, Asgard, it sucks. I had this, so I saw somebody who this happened with a Don't Scream game, but instead of overwhelming their PC, it actually changed his computer's audio levels without his consent to make him fail the game. And I was like, he handled it a lot better on camera than I think for me that would have been an automatic uninstall and lecture about like, why are we making games that will do this to our baseline audio settings. But the game was the very popular Don't Scream, unfortunately, and I was like, man, that's so cheap. Like, if your game is changing audio settings without that ever being something that like, if your game is gonna make the player auto fail by changing the endogenous audio settings in the computer and doing so without the person playing the game consenting to it, that feels creepy to me. That just feels like a level of invasive I don't like. And granted, you know, I think we're all gonna have to navigate in the next decade or so, getting much more comfortable with things like AI, but like, that's one of those things that's like, I feel like there needs to be a little heads up given to the player before people just jump into that, because that's, you know. Exactly, it's not a glitch, it's a mechanic, and people should know that up front, because that's, like, who knows? God forbid that you have hardware that can't handle it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just, it really, it was one of those moments where I was like, ooh. Oh. Not the endogenous settings. And that's the thing, like, I love the mechanism of Don't Scream games, but like, if you have to like make the player auto fail because they're doing too well. Talk with Raffi about Blurb. He's a pro at it. Okay, absolutely. Oh hell, that's a great idea. Also, can I just say, because we haven't shouted him out in a while, hell, would you mind shouting out Raph for me? Because by the way, if you guys are not following my buddy Raph, he's really blowing up and I'm so excited to see it, and I would love for you guys to just absolutely hang out with him and check out his content. He is one of the loveliest guys in streaming, and that is not like a small thing for me to say. He has just been such a wonderful human being. I forgot that he has Blurb on his stream. Oh, no problem. I got you, dude. Hang on, let me do it. Okay. There we go. We got it. Hell types faster than I do, and I love it. Yeah, if you guys are not following my buddy Raph, please do. He's absolutely blown it up on Twitch, and I'm so proud of him and so excited to see it. Like, seeing your friends thrive in these environments, I feel like is 90% of the fun of being a streamer, is that we all get to just be like, look at you go, dude. Oh, you're fine, dude. My fingers are apparently half asleep. You got there so fast, dude. Kudos to you. I like that. That was like the competition of the fingers. Which doesn't sound quite right, but whatever. I'm half asleep. Everyone forgive me. I literally said we're half asleep, so we're doing some base building today. It's a Monday, so we have to have the cozy vibes. Hello, Phoenix. Phoenix has returned to the land of the living, I see. And I'm happy to see it. But thank you for that chat out for Raph. But yeah, I feel like one of the things that makes me the happiest about working in this industry is just the genuine, lovely, supportive people that we've had the opportunity to meet. It makes life so much better in every way, shape, and form. Maybe when I'm older, do you have any tips? Yes. Oh my god, Asgard. So what I'm thinking, and please let me know, guys, if you would want this. I was thinking of making like a giant, massive Google Doc of like stuff I wish I knew when I started streaming. Basically like a master guide. So I had this for the laboratory that I ran back when. I actually made like a laboratory, basically master manual of troubleshooting tips, little simple things that are like, hey, genius, you first get to the lab, do this the first moment that you start. Like little checklists that are like, before you go live, check the following. Like you can literally print out those sections and paste them as you're new if you get nervous or performance anxiety, and just check them off as you go, you know? So let me know if you guys think that something like that would hit. I was kind of like, you know, I think it would be really helpful for people who are just getting into it, because unfortunately, streaming is one of those things where I feel like everybody's like, yeah, definitely get out here and stream. And then when it comes to giving practical tips, it's just like, now granted, I've met some wonderful and supportive people. That's not everybody, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, it's easier when you have it all in one big Google Doc and it's just like, ah, yes, here we are. Now I can just go back to references, like very complicated things like setting up Firebot, all the way down to like very simple things like, hey, like, so here's how the monetization system works, here's the thresholds at which you reach it at. Like, yeah, Asgard, so I'll definitely make it. If you guys would like that, I think that would hit, and we'll always keep it safe in the Discord so that basically everybody has access to it. But it's going to be the kind of Google Doc where I do not care how many people that you guys send it to. Looking to retire next year. When I do, I'm planning on streaming gameplay. A doc like that would be invaluable. Anytime, Coffee, yeah. I'm very passionate about wanting to, like, help anybody who wants to get into this gig, because it's a wonderful gig. It's just one that I think, unfortunately, what happens is that sometimes we see a weird competitive streak show up in people, where when they ask for help, help isn't there. And it's like, it's one of those things too where, by the way, our Market Square in our Discord, I want you guys to post your links with a religiosity that is like bordering on like hysteria. I want you to post your links every single time that you go live and just fully make use of the space. Like, and I'm talking anything that you guys do. If you have an obscure Etsy shop, post it there. You have an Instagram where you just post gorgeous cat videos, post it there. Like, just literally rep yourselves. I don't mind. I literally don't mind. I want more lovely people to support, you know? I want more lovely people in my life to support. I want more small businesses that I can, like, throw money at. I want to network. I want us to actually have a community where it's like, oh, you know, I need to buy books. Oh, great. One of us owns a bookstore. They're constantly advertising it in the Market Square. Let me buy books from them. Like, trust me, instead of putting our money and time into, like, the hands of corporate conglomerates, I'm like, nah, I want to put money into my friends, dude. Like, my vibe is like, how do you fix the world? Start building actual communities of people. But yeah, we'll get a whole Google Doc going, because I would love that. I would love for you guys to also be able to add to it. Like, if you guys have specific questions about a specific program, I have no problem looking up how to learn that specific program and posting about it. Because I feel like there's certain things that, unfortunately, until you hear somebody really walk you through it, you're kind of shit out of luck. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, a lot of people don't have the time to just sit all day in, like, YouTube tutorial videos. I wish we all did. Small amount of streamers that I follow that add value to my life. Oh, thank you, Asgard. I really want that to be what I use the internet for, honestly. That's kind of what I was thinking about very recently, especially too as we've done these really awesome charity events, is I was like, I want to really make sure that, like, this is a constant attitude that we have towards the space where it's like, yeah, if you're a public figure, you should be giving back by default. Even if it's just as small as, like, saying, like, hey, here's a list of causes that I routinely support. It's like, my philosophy is like, this stuff is not weird when it's just your way of life. You know what I mean? Because we did this event and I was thinking about it and I'm like, well, I'm never gonna stop caring about people who've suffered brain injury. Like I hate the idea of this being like a limited time thing and then it's like, oh well, we're gonna put it away on the shelf. I'll be coming to him for some tips on Blair. Hope you don't mind. Oh, I don't mind at all. Hell, thank you. That is amazing and that watches my back. That is some excellent moderator status right there. I appreciate that on so many levels. He's so wonderful too. I'm so excited. It's so cool when you guys see the nicest, kindest, sweetest people blowing up. I'm like, yes. Nice, kind people who are very like pro positivity and anti-bullying and anti like those weird reactionary mentalities on the internet. It makes me so happy. I don't think that there's anything that actually makes me happier than seeing good people get wonderful results for their hard work. Enjoy, Phoenix! And yeah, what I'll do too is basically if there are questions and stuff that you guys want on stream, what I will ask of the moderators is to just slap that stuff right into the to-do list and I'll add it. Absolutely, Asgard. And that's the thing too. It's like I think one thing that people forget is that it's like we'll do charity events or we'll do stuff, right? We'll all have stuff go on in our lives. One thing that I'm very passionate about is like not making the idea of charity and gratitude a one-time thing. I just inherently feel weird when I see that. You know what I mean? And I see it even with myself. It's like, because we all have something called empathy fatigue, which, by the way, very normal. You're not weird if you're having empathy fatigue. You're literally a human being. We all can't feel everything for everything all the time. But I think it's really useful for you guys to have one link that will just be like a big old resource hub of like, these are causes that are always going to be dear to our heart. These are charities that are actually doing something and are actually applying practical support to these populations, you know, and then we just have different events where we support different ones of them. Oh, no, right, you're absolutely, like, listen, my moderators are my friends. You guys are fine. And also, I hate the word parasocial. Can I just tell? All right, no, we're gonna riff on what parasocial is today because this is something that has plagued me actually since my time in neuroscience, and I've just kept quiet about it. Don't be impressed all at once, guys. I know, Effie actually shutting the fuck up about something that I'm passionate about. It's amazing. But basically, what we've seen in online culture is this trend, right, where people were like, oh god, parasocial. I have got to tell you guys something. There's definitely spheres of influence in our lives, but calling the way that people sometimes treat streamers parasitic is definitely a step too far for me when all that most of the time viewers are looking for is connection. Like if I'm never chit-chatting with you guys in the Discord, or like all of a sudden you guys see me go from like being on constantly to like, oh god, she hasn't been on in a really long time, and you come to check on me and be like, hey dude, I just want to see like if you're doing well, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting there and I'm trying to make you guys feel weird for that. I see that as me being a dick. I don't see that as your problem. I think that viewers deserve the right to be like, hey dude, checking on you. Yeah, it's like, I don't think that anybody should be demonizing human beings doing normal human things, like making sure that the other is all right if we don't see you. Like, if you guys didn't see me live for like 3.5 weeks and it wasn't an announced vacation, it's very normal for you guys to be like, hey, I'm concerned. Normally you're here and suddenly you're not. I'm sure you're probably good, but like, are you good? Like, is everything okay? Like, these are normal human impulses and I feel like we need to stop demonizing that. It's a very different vibe than when people are like behaving in a way where it's like, let me put it to you guys this way. I hear a lot of the parasocial discussion, especially around people whose streams are a little bit more like closer to what we might consider explicit content. That's a whole different ballgame than like people checking on you or people being like, hey, you said that you were going to do this event scheduled on this thing. Now suddenly you're not here. Is something going on? Like, I think a lot of the times what gets demonized is people just checking on each other, which I don't personally ever agree with you guys feeling demonized for. That would piss me off. I would get into the ring with a fellow streamer if I found out that they were like rude to you guys about that, because that's one of those things that's like, yeah, no, healthy social concern is one thing, you know? It's not like y'all are out here being like, I'm her boyfriend. Because I can tell y'all right now that if anybody ever comes around here and says that they're my boyfriend and they are not the most long-suffering person that you have ever met, that man better look like he has seen some shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't see a man around here that is like, I've been in the war for 97 years with her and she's terrible. And also, she's terrifying because she's got chronic illness. Indeed, Beatles. Yeah, no, always feel free to check on me, y'all. You guys are fine. I'm never gonna get mad because you guys are checking on me. What gets weird is when people are like over assuming their position in our lives, and that's as true IRL. Like your girl's autistic. Girl had crush on boy. Girl unfortunately really and truly believed in all of her hopeful little heart that there was a shot and there wasn't, and I completely fucked that one up. And I am still to this day living with the consequences of that, and that's a whole different ballgame. That's a whole different sad social, like, imagine you're a sad little griever and you just find out that the guy that you've been crushing on not only does not like you back, but also hates you. I was like, it was a really sad situation. So like, I have a lot of empathy for people, and I'm kind of in the ballgame where I think that unfortunately sometimes that stuff happens and we should try and be as kind about it as we possibly can instead of freaking out or assuming that those people are harmful. You know what I mean? I think we're all very hungry for connection, and I think that we should really be supportive of each other and trying to seek it. Mental health sometime. That's a toxic trait, I guess. Indeed, Beatles, we are, and also welcome back. And no, I totally get it. I totally get it, hell, but I'm gonna say this much. If that's your toxic trait, then you're doing great, sweetie. I see no issue here. Keep up the good work. If your worst toxic trait is like, I check on people to the detriment of my own well-being. Oh yeah, Beatles. Well, what we're talking about is the concept of parasocial behavior, and it's gotten me really angry, actually, because I'll put it to you guys this way. There is no parasocial behavior if what you do is hold to your boundaries. And I have to tell you guys that one of the things... Later, Asgard, it was wonderful to see you, dude. I think when we hold to our boundaries as people, and we hold ourselves to the standards that, like, if you set a boundary, you need to stick by it, then there is no such thing as parasocial, because those people don't get in the door to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear a lot of the fear-mongering dialogue about the parasocial behavior, but I oftentimes find that when you check in on the person who's talking about the parasocial behavior, usually 90% of the time, they're not being a very clear and direct communicator about where they stand with people. Like, I'm somebody who personally, you know, if something makes me uncomfortable, I'll just say right here, like, hey dude, no offense, but like, that's just not the way that I roll. It's not, there's no ego attached to that, you know what I mean? It's just the reality of like, hey, here's where I stand. And I don't know, I just feel like... And this isn't to shame anybody, by the way. Everybody has different... Every single streamer that you meet is going to have different boundaries. I'm pretty chill, where I'm kind of like... I figure that most of you guys, 90% of the time, are coming from like a good place. And I also am somebody who's worked in the mental health industry, or at least adjacent enough, where like... I'm gonna assume... if there is strange behavior, and when I say strange, I just mean out of the norm, not like, oh, you're a weirdo. When there's like a miscommunication or strange behavior, I figure it's probably stemming from either a communication failure or, worst case scenario, I have failed to dialogue appropriately. And in that case, I will then dialogue appropriately. If you communicate with somebody repeatedly and they're not listening to you and your direct communication, then I think it has the potential to get ugly, but we have platforms that have built-in controls for such stuff. Like, I know that for those of you that are new, most of you are never going to have to interface with this, but we don't do unban requests here because we also don't do things like joke banning. Isn't to shame anybody who does do it, but like, it's just not my thing. Because legitimately I have ADHD and sometimes object impermanence. So like if we ever did joke bans, between me and all of my mods having mild cases of ADHD, I'm concerned that we will forget that we have jokingly banned you and that we're supposed to unban you at the end of the stream. And because there's people who have that as a redemption, by the way, for those of you that are not like aware of this. I will unfortunately be the person who completely forgets, and I will feel guilty for the rest of my life if that happens, and then we just never meet again. And yeah, I can't handle that stress. I can't handle that stress. I don't like to take that on, you know? I like to minimize my stress level. I'm an adult that's like healthy. As I get older, the more I'm just like, yeah, I want healthy everything. I want healthy relationships. I want a healthy body. Actually, what we're going to be trying out later on stream, I'm really excited to show you guys this. I really hope that it fits and works. But I'm going to be trying out a compression jumpsuit for stream. That I know you guys are going to be like, what? But we were talking about my age the other day and the fact that I'm in my 30s doing this. And for those of you, by the way, that are getting into streaming, I want you guys to listen to me right now. If you are doing a physically demanding job, and you are not currently in what one might consider a quote-unquote sedentary lifestyle, this might apply to you. In my 30s, I am conscious that I want to prevent blood clots from being a thing. Ban's gone on record, apparently. I'll joke time out though, since those were often on record. Yeah. Like, joke time out is a thing, but like, there was a misunderstanding. I still have 12 minutes left. Very nice. I'm very happy for you. I know that feeling of being like, yes. Welcome back, Asgard. But no, I'm one of those people where like, so now what I'm trying out is actually an 80s style compression jumpsuit. We're going to be trying this out later on stream. If it fits. Prayers up that it will fit, but if it does fit, it's going to be a really good time. We're going to have a really funny, we're gonna have a really good funny time with it because it's gonna be an adaptation. But basically, like, as I get older, I also want to make sure that I can do this job for like I want to be able to be doing like 8 or 9 hour streams, but also not have you guys in the fear of like, she hasn't gotten up in 7 hours, what if she gets blood clots? So one way to actually prevent that, and it's really not that expensive, I'm talking like maybe a $20 investment, is stuff like compression suits and compression sleeves and stuff like that. Because I'm somebody who doesn't really take stretch breaks and get up and like walk around, which I know you guys are like, oh my god, Effie, why? I'm just very good at hyper focusing when we play games, and especially when I'm playing games with my friends. Oh my god. I'm very like tunnel visioned. So it's literally just easier for me to sit here in compression gear. But if you guys know that and you're planning to get into streaming, please plan to pick up like metal, like leg sleeve, or metal. Please plan to pick up compression leg sleeves and or arm sleeves or something to like help out your blood flow, because blood clots are so not a thing that you want to mess with as you get older. And I'm not just saying this because we just did charity work around brain injury, but like, really guys, of all the things that you could lose, that function is not what you want to be losing. Promise. That's some worst case scenario-ish, but a sedentary lifestyle can genuinely hurt you. And so I've been considering that more and more. I really worry because I heard of a story of someone who died from blood clots, and it's like, yeah, absolutely, Asgard. This is also a concern, by the way, for people who work very demanding jobs where you're traveling a lot and sitting in airplanes a lot. They actually talk about this. So I'm very passionate about like, oh, if there's like an easy, like $20 or less modification we can all make to our lives, I'm gonna tell you guys, like, it's worth investing in. At my desk, I always forget about right beetles, and it's something that's very practical that, like, even just honestly, especially too for all of my people who also, like myself, suffer with major depression out there. I know that this sounds so kitschy, but like a 20-minute walk will actually help your life in tangible ways that are measurable by science. I'll flex my mod unless truly needed, yeah. I jokingly mute someone for a couple of seconds or whatever, seldomly. Oh yeah, hell, oh, don't worry. Listen, my mods, I love you all. You're all doing a great job. You're all doing fine. Never get performance anxiety. It's me, literally. As I've gotten further into streaming, have kind of come to the conclusion that sometimes also ish happens because the vibes are just off. It's like the other day we had straight up spam in chat. Like, I just don't want spam. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind if the person engages with me and they're like having pleasant dialogue, but when it's just like a weird spam situation, that to me is just like a... Like, I don't know, man. I don't have time for any of that crap. Maybe I'm becoming a cranky old lady, but like... So I got a dog just to force yourself to- yeah, exactly, Beatles, that's the thing. And I think it's so funny, like, we don't talk about this enough, but like, even just a little 20-minute excursion outside, even if you can't- even if you're somebody whose mobility is, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Phoenix. It's like, that kind of environment in chat is never gonna be cool. I thank you, Asgard, we try. We try, because my whole thing is that it's like, I don't want to be a dick, but I also don't want you guys to have... I don't want you guys to be having like really cool conversations with each other and then all of a sudden the vibes just fall apart. You know what I mean? I've been in that situation before myself and have always felt kind of aggrieved by it. I think part of chat safety involves the idea that like the streamer also doesn't just tolerate blatant spam and stuff, you know? It just feels a little... It's in poor taste. I'm gonna use the term... You know what? I'll use the term that I like so much. It's in poor taste when folks do that, unfortunately. People on all types of platforms, and I think I've only had to ban 3 or 4 people in like 6 to 7 years. I'm just lucky on that end. Yeah, hell, let me tell you something right now. One thing that I think is really, really jarring, especially for those of you that are masculine and or masculine presenting, is when you are modding for someone who is female and or female presenting, and suddenly you have this weird dilemma that appears where you're like, oh god, why do I suddenly have to ban like 15 people in a night? And it's like, unfortunately, and this is a very strange thing that happens, and we have certain things to prevent it, like Seribot, and I have very strict auto mod to try and crack down on this a bit, but unfortunately, sometimes, and I'll be candid with you guys, being a lady streaming is just a weird experience. Sometimes you are just like, I'm actually being spoken to like a piece of meat on a cutting board, and you just like don't mentally, like, I've had moments where I get really angry about it, but I've learned to make peace with it, and I'm just like, you just explain to people how not to talk to you, you know? It's like, all right, I guess that's a thing. And I'll be honest with you guys, when I first got into this gig, I genuinely just was like, oh, surely that's not that much of a thing, and I'm just seeing people being overreaction. No. We've had nights. It's a bummer, hell, but you know something? I really do think that one thing that I was very happy to see with AutoMod, so by the way, for those of you that don't know, the reason why we have the AutoMod for sexual harassment turned on is that Twitch has actually just installed that. It took them multiple years before they had a sexual harassment section to AutoMod. Please let that sink in, considering some of the crap that goes on the internet, which to me was like wild. I was like, it took you how long? Like, thank God it's here, but like, what, why did this take years before we implemented it? I would have thought that this would have been like in the door, you know? It's just like, so sometimes, and I will say this for all those of you that want to stream, you really learn pretty fast that like some of the things that you will take for granted that should just be security features of the platforms that you will use just aren't. And it's really weird. I know, Asgard, isn't it sad? It's actually bizarre to me that it took them multiple years to get sexual harassment protection. I'm like, so were apologies issued to the people who were blatantly harassed? Hot tub streams go on. I know, hell, and they shouldn't. I have to say this. I'm all for sex work being legalized and for people being safe and able to engage in an economic practice that in other areas of the world is hygienic and allows people to make a solid income and live their best lives. I'm all for the legalization of it. But I do really think that sometimes the double standards that platforms have toward sex workers is really, really weird. It's really, really weird. It's really, really weird to me. Like, I'm all, and I always tell people this, I'm like, I'm not a hoe shamer. Hoe in peace. Hoe in peace, hoe safely, hoe medically safely. It ain't nobody's business but yours, baby. Carry on doing what you're doing. Make that money. This game is my biggest fear. Welcome in, Josh. It's nice to see you. Oh my god, dude, right? So many people have thalassophobia, and I'm like, we're just gonna chit-chat through our thalassophobia. We met a ghost leviathan, Josh, for the first... Well, not really for the first time. We've had a couple of run-ins with them, but like... Exactly, hell, same. I'm the same policy. I'm like, to each their own, you know what I mean? If it ain't my body, I ain't commenting on what you do with it. But I have to tell you something now, Josh, because of Bathsheba Sherman from, I mean, so here's the thing. So the Conjuring movies made the name Bathsheba Sherman popular. I'm here to tell y'all that the actual story is real sad about what happened to the IRL woman, and also the way that the Conjuring series did her dirty. So now all ghost leviathans are officially named Bathsheba after my favorite ferocious lady, who just absolutely takes no shit, and I love it. I love that if you guys go to the IRL Conjuring house for any kind of paranormal stuff, you will get your shit rocked by Bathsheba if you disrespect her, and that makes my heart happy. I'm all for angry old lady in the ghost department. Like, yes. I'm like, yes, queen, slay. You were called the town freak? Yes. Yes, queen. Continue slaying in peace. I love me that kind of stuff. But I want to see my cuttlefish. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten that we still have to go back to that deep base, get the orange tablet, get the cuttlefish egg. We got a couple things on the agenda today. But yeah, Josh, it was like, let me tell you something, they're so cute. And no problem, Hell, enjoy. My apartment complex regarding my move coming up, so yeah, good luck, Hell, I hope it all goes well. Where's the woman in black? Have y'all seen that one? That's not... The woman in black, I'm trying to think of which one that was. Because that's very familiar, Phoenix. Does that have... No, that's just called The Woman in Black, right? Because if not, I'll have to see that one. If not, I'm gonna have to make it a priority to watch that one. But no, I think the ghost leviathans look gorgeous. I'm just like, from a distance, you know? Not trying to, it's like great white sharks, you know? I love being in the water with great white sharks. At a healthy distance. Looks like a whole lot of nope kind of water, yeah, you know, right? Josh is not a fan of the deep sea. Noted, noted. It's been noted. Where? Alright, those are in a FAFO kind of territory. The Woman in Black. It's like the name is so familiar, and I feel like it's something that's been discussed on podcasts, but I can't off the top of my head think of the movie. The only one that it really immediately evoked for me was La Llorona. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. I try my best not to butcher things, but sometimes it just... Like, y'all don't want to see me on this Duolingo Unlimited for Italian. It's painful. Even by my standards, I'm like, oh no. Oh baby. Creatures in this game are some of the best I've ever seen. Agreed, Asgard. And they really hold up to the test of time, even with all these new games releasing, which is something that I cannot stress to you guys enough. Impresses me to no end, because we are in an era where stuff is getting released right out to market in like Unreal Engine 5, and yet this game still stands up to the test of time, which I think is just so cool. And I'm so pro that, because I feel like it's just so wonderful. Always support Subnautica devs. Alright, here's what we'll do. We do need titanium, but actually we need lithium more. We need lithium more at this moment, so we're gonna go and get some lithium. Even though it's fairly quiet, I think we should be safe. God, I love the prawn. It was a horror movie where an old lady was kind, but she was still tormented by children. I ain't even gonna lie, Phoenix. She's valid. That's evil. That's so evil. Y'all, please. If you have kind people in your community and you see them getting bullied by people, please say something, because that shit always pisses me off. When I hear, like, there's this kind old lady and she's getting absolutely mobbed by mean children, that's the kind of thing where I'm like, see, if that was my neighbor, if she was in my community, the way I would come out my house, like the most cantankerous, it don't matter that she's kind, I'm not. I'd start being such a bitch. I'd be like, listen to here, you kiddies. You're about to learn the hard way why not to mess with Mama Effie. My protective ferocity when it comes to especially elderly people who are nice. There's something real evil about being cruel to the elderly that just... it never fails to make me, like, maximum rage. I mean, because one, I'm questioning your empathy if you're cruel to old people. That's just like a... right off the baseline, it makes me question the ethics and also the parenting, because it's like... ooh, diamond. Other games to be harder but more rewarding and in turn more fun to play. Exactly, I agree with you completely, Asgard. I think that games that are older have a special kind of, like... a time-tested dignity to them. Like, one thing that I have to say that I love the most about Subnautica is that Subnautica, even after all this time, never fails to be one of the scariest games on the market. It's like, as Josh is saying, like, this is legitimately terrifying. And I think that that actually completely deserves our respect. Think about all the horror games that you guys know release every single year, and yet this one still manages to be many people's, like, absolute scariest game. And same, Beatles. If I have my house IRL anywhere, it would be right in here with the crab snakes. I think that this is just the prettiest. Eventually, we're gonna expand the main base down here, and we'll have, like, a whole undersea section where we can just walk through glass tubes. Basically, what I'm doing with this base is I'm making Alpha Base to be the most Omega, like it's pretty much gonna dominate the safe shallow area. Because I just love that personally. I'm a big ol' fan of the safe shallows for an Alpha Base, and then pretty much everything that we build otherwise is just gonna be auxiliary. But one of the plans that I have is to build downward. Like, if we could eventually get this base to the point where we build down to where the other one is, I think that would be so ridiculously oversized and crazy. Later, Asgard, I hope you have a wonderful time, dude. Hope your day is good. Right, Beatles? I feel like it's just one of those frustrations where, like, especially when you realize that things will come and wreck your base, you're just like, safety first, yes. I'm hearing many creepy noises, but I refuse to look around me. See, this is one positive thing about number one being a Taurus, for those of you that like astrology, and number two being, a neurodivergent Taurus. I can just hyper focus my way out of any dangerous situation. But I'm hearing them noises that I don't like to hear, and Phoenix knows exactly what I mean. I be hearing them noises right now. I know that you guys heard that one. That one was like right above us. Now y'all know and I know exactly what that is. That's some swiggity swooty, we ain't going up. That is a 55 meter. Now for context, by the way, adult great white sharks maximum size gets to be about 5 meters. Imagine 10 times the longest great white shark No freaking thank you. That is too damn big. That is like... That's like some now listen to me. Now, thankfully, I don't think that they much come down here. At least I don't think so, Phoenix. We might be about to find out. Welcome back, Acu, and I'm so glad the dinner was good. As you can hear, we are in Reaper land above us. But we are hanging out with some purple shrooms. I gotta say though, and Acu, we were having a wonderful discussion about this. I really think that one of the best parts about certain games is like, even though this game is older, this game does not fail to be one of the scariest ones on the market still to this day. Like, you don't need Unreal Engine graphics to make a game scary. You don't need like the hottest, latest graphic settings to make something scary. What you have to do is have the right mix of ambiance and wildlife. Also, Acu, I'm so tempted to ask you what you had for dinner. And I feel like I'm gonna be so jealous. And it still looks beautiful. And that's the thing, it still looks freaking beautiful. But that's also games like Skyrim, you know, like Skyrim's never gonna not be fun to mod and hang out in. I feel like that's one thing that we really just... As we all get older, you start to get this appreciation. Oh, I did not need that gold. Whoopee. I love how quiet it is, and I love how all the crab snakes are canonically hiding. I love this idea, this headcanon, that the ecosystems respond to each other. I think they sit closer to the surface. Yeah, they do, usually. Listen, Reapers are, I have so much respect. Can I just explain to you all that when I first became acquainted with... Cuttlefish has hatched! When I first became acquainted with the Reaper Leviathan, I immediately was like, this is me and all of my lady friends, and nobody can convince me otherwise. We all are just Reaper Leviathans in personality. It's like, listen, the coffee line's too long? Reaper Leviathan. Your partner is 5 minutes late bringing you food? Reaper Leviathan. The only time that I am not the Reaper Leviathan is literally with service people who I will protect with my entire heart and soul and will defend. Like, I'm so sorry that my food is 45 minutes late. Whatever. What happened, honey? Tell me. They're like ghost Leviathans. Exactly. It's called fricadelle meatballs. Ooh. Potato gnocchi. I know potato gnocchi. Oh my god. Acu, that sounds amazing and I'm so jealous. And I absolutely knew I was going to be, so I am not disappointed. That makes my heart happy. Technically we got our lithium, but it's still so damn quiet that I don't want to go above surface, you know? I'm like, your friendly local Effie might not want to FAFO in this moment, the way that I really could FAFO, and I know that these crab snakes would just love it if I would go FAFO. Gnocchi, I tried it now for the first time. How did you like it? I find them to be so cute, right? I love gnocchi, I love dumplings, I love really anything that comes in a cute little package as food. Like, seafood dumplings are probably the one type of seafood that I would try with any regularity because it's appearing to me in the format of dough. And anything that comes in a cute little dough package, I'm willing to, like, give a shot to, you know? And that's the thing with food. I also love pierogi with all of my heart and soul. Pierogi have a special place in my life. I'm really craving some bao. Oh my gosh, yes. You know what I really need to try, guys, is pho soup. I have never tried pho, and I have heard amazing things about pho. I'm gonna have to report back to y'all when it happens. Oh, ow. I'm so sorry. Did I land on a crab snake? What just, I'm so sorry, Mr. Crab Snake. I was like not trying to land on, what's up, Oz? How you doing? I was not trying to land on Mr. Crab Snake's head, but I'm pretty sure I just did. Whoopsie. Pasta and dough dish as well. Although doughy dishes need to be careful what due to my operation. That's fair, Acu. That's totally fair. I feel that with my indigestion as well. Like, I occasionally will get like upset tummy from it, but I'm like, but pasta. I'm like, but pasta. Man, digestive issues are one of those things too, like, especially long-term digestion stuff is one of those things that absolutely is the biggest pain in the literal butt. All my love to all of my digestive folks out there today, because I feel you. I totally feel you. There's nothing quite like, I would like to eat this dish, but cannot. Oz has greeted us properly with William Ramos. The operation was literally to fix my indigestion acid reflux. Heyo! We love a little Will Ramos in our day, you know, you can never go wrong. And Acu, I love it. Yeah, literally, I'm so sorry. Hernias are one of the most challenging experiences, and nobody, it's so funny too, because we were talking about it. Oh, that man, I know. Oz, let me just tell y'all, quick little plug for Will Ramos, for those of you that don't know about the golden retriever of metal. He just makes me so happy. He minds his business. He's so completely unproblematic and reliable. Like, the thing is about Will Ramos is that the work ethic is unparalleled. But he's also not, like, a dick about it. You know what I mean? Like, even though he's adjacent to these, like, mega stars who behave any kind of way that they feel like because they don't really treat people all that well, like Ronnie Radke, who, like, musically a genius, but interpersonally seems like he's just so mean for no apparent reason. I mean, he's also an Aries, so it really could just be me judging him because of that, but, like... I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, it's just so funny to me, like, when we see Will and we see his demeanor, I'm just like, man, I wish we would normalize everyone being this approachable and friendly and sweet. He just strikes me as the kind of guy where, like, it's hard to picture him getting angry or nasty towards anyone. You know what I mean, Oz? It's hard to picture, like, Will Ramos getting angry. I'm sure it happens. I'm sure, I'm like 100% positive that he's a human being, but it's like, you know. My music taste can be called metal. They say it's metal, but these days I don't think so. All right, Acu, give us the deets. What you like. What you like, and don't worry, don't ever feel judgment or weird. I need you guys to understand that my playlist vacillates between actual heavy metal, classical music, Enya, literally just random Enya, random Disney song from a movie that I'm intrusively thinking about for the last 2 months that I just am too lazy to get off my phone, and, like, the most depressing indie shit that you've ever heard in your life, that, like, the minute that you hear it, you're like, I need therapy. I don't know why I am this way, but I just, when I say, like, oh, I like everything, I mean it. This moment is my vibe. I love Maria Brink getting a tattoo. Oh, in this moment is so freaking good, dude. I will never forget. Didn't they release, what did they release that it was like something like In the Air Tonight. It was so ominous that they immediately attracted my attention because I love me some Emma Ruth Rundle, like some ominous guitar riffs and some, like, kind of like lonely middle of nowhere, but like something's creeping up on you vibes. And it was giving me some of that, and I was like, ooh, yes. I'm trying to think if In the Air Tonight was them, but whatever album that they had, it was hella ominous and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Extern's attitude. Oh, I love his hair. I love that he shaved the curls, by the way. I think that that's the funniest solution. Album is fire. Her music videos are also... I didn't even realize they had a new album out. Ooh, Acu, thank you. I have to check this out. I must immediately investigate. Yeah, and let me tell you something too. Hailung's Maria as well is one of my absolute favorite artists of all time. Hailung for me is like, when I put on Hailung, I'm just literally like transported into a happier place in time. It just makes me feel alive in ways that I haven't felt alive in many years, like since I was a kid. Their newest music video for Sanctify Me is so good. Alright, I'm gonna have to check this out. Because I also love that title. That's like some, I can put this on while I'm doing while I'm doing practitioner's work, you know? And I love me some of that. What the frick did I just do? I'm choosing not intelligent things for my life. I'll take a listen to it, absolutely. Have you seen Princess and the Frog? I don't think Llama has. I haven't seen Princess and the Frog, and I am doing better, Oz. Last night was rough because when I have the... Oh, so by the way, just to validate any of my people who are wondering, if you have autoimmune progesterone rashes, you'll know because within 24 hours of just putting on like a hydrocortisone cream, they all come down. Like, as you guys can see, my rashes from last night, nowhere to be seen. And this is not makeup. I do not wear face makeup. I wear like the tiniest bit of blush with like the tiniest bit of concealer. Otherwise, it's just my skin. But yeah, I'm a lot better. When I have the inflammatory rashes, the unfortunate thing about autoimmune stuff that nobody talks about is that everything gets inflamed, and then when you have inflammation, your emotions destabilize. And it's one of those experiences where you're just like, it's so embarrassing because you're like, oh no. Like, you know that your bandwidth is lowered, but you don't quite know how to deal with it. But for those of you wondering, yeah, the rashes will come, the rashes will go. It's totally stress-based. Which is the most... Like, you never know when they're gonna show up, they just show up and mess with you. And I'm like, it's so fun working in the public when you suddenly have rashes all over your face. You're like, lovely. The ladies who like some Jarm and Mel do not use makeup. I don't mind at all, just interesting. Yeah, I'm like, so here's the thing with me and being goth, okay? So I'm goth, but I am also somebody who has stuff like eye watering and occasionally stuff that would make wearing heavy makeup really difficult. So I have a tendency to prioritize comfort over everything else, which means that like when I'm going to my grocery store and stuff, the last thing that I want is for somebody to start asking me about like why I'm not smiling. So I will literally go there in no makeup because nobody will bother me, you know? Like to find me music video now because I couldn't resist when we spoke about it. Now I have chills. Yeah, I'm so excited, dude. I'm gonna love this and I can feel it. Because actually one thing that's really funny, and we were talking about this the other day, is like one of the things that I love my like spiritual practice for is the fact that whenever I'm having a really bad day, actually cleansing and clearing and cleaning and literally sanctifying things, literally actually sanctifying things is one of my favorite ways to decompress. Because it just feels like you're in the zone. So I love that song because I feel like I'm gonna be able to jam out to it, which is so nice. Because you always have really... One thing I like about fellow practitioners is we always have good music on in the background for stuff. Man, can y'all imagine if I turned a corner down here and just beheld giant Reaper butt? I would be so disappointed. I think Phoenix knows. I would actually make like the pouty face. Did the Velvet voice Karen Carpenter? Wasn't Karen Carpenter, was she part of the 27 Club? Was she in the 27 Club? I don't think she's in the 27 Club. I think I'm making up headcanon right now. Hang on. Yeah, this is definitely not our escape point, but what we're gonna do. Of course I didn't leave the house with food and water for this adventure. Up 32. I was not far off though. I will give myself credit for that one. Up 32 is so young, dude. That's so sad. I always hate it when celebrities die young. That's one of my things that I'm always just like, no. Also, what we're gonna do, because otherwise I will be asleep at the wheel.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Hang on. Man, dude, for the Reaper to be that close to that area, because we weren't that terribly far down there, were we? Which means that Mr. Reaper was very close to be that loud. Correct me if I'm wrong. Phoenix, but that means that he was like low to the ground indeed. Listen, Missy.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Do this. I drink coffee at all? I do. I actually just finished my first coffee of the day today. They were definitely close and very close. Never seen you with coffee. I literally drink it. So the reason why I don't drink it a lot of times on stream is because I'm very paranoid that there's people who get very big ear sensitivity, like that like gross kind of like ear twitch because of the straw sounds. Because I drink a lot of iced coffee, so I don't want you guys to feel like you're getting your ears attacked by me. Exactly, Phoenix. I'm like, I don't want you guys to feel like you're getting like accidental ASMR from me. Yeah, when you didn't want it, you know? It's one of those things where like, it's really cool when people request that stuff. But also, for those of you that missed it, by this evening, we're gonna have Blurp, and I'm really excited for it, because we're gonna be trying out two things. Number one, an 80s style compression jumpsuit, which should be really cute and flattering if all goes well. If all goes well. Asterisk on that. If all goes well. I am really interested to see how this will go.
Welcome aboard Cap Systems Online.
Now we're gonna pray that in spite of the Reaper being that far down, we don't wind up in a situation here. Now we might. We might, because that thing was low to the ground, which means that that thing came real close. This is usually our safe area, which is not inspiring confidence in me at this moment. I'm like at a point in my life where I'm like, Mr. Reaper, did you come looking for me? Not that I'm not flattered. Getting the blood out my ears after that. Stang face bleh. I love it. Dude, can I just tell you that one of the funniest things for me to this day is that I switched from an open ear headset to a closed ear headset to prevent noise leak. And the thing that I have fafoed the most with this year now is ear infections. And I just like, it's not that I'm like a dirty person or something. I'm just like, oh my god, I have such small ears that what happens is that I shower and the water is literally just getting trapped in there. And then we sit here for like 9 hours and it's just like straight up ear infection city. And I'm just like, oh, sadness. I'm like, well, rip my ears. But now my pirate captain is calling me to the Sea of Thieves. Oh my god, have a wonderful time, Aku. Listen, one must always answer them pirate captains. I get it. Oh baby, oh that Reaper's gonna be right outside. Oh dear Lord in heaven. I think our safe exit place is about to not be. It's always wonderful to see you, Aku. I hope you have a wonderful time on some Sea of Thieves. May it all go well. May the booty be large indeed. Yeah, I never realized that it was causing my, that thing is close. I think our little safe exit might not be safe anymore, is what I'm thinking, Phoenix, is that they don't start to come looking for me, right? I'm not, like, on a timer of infection where it's just gonna be like, congratulations. Pirates of the Caribbean and Monkey Isle Stories. Oh my god, I can't wait to play some Sea of Thieves with Sinnoh. We're gonna have such a time. Even though I know for a fact that we're both gonna be started. I hate the fact that I'm hearing noises and music right now that are just like, congratulations, you have found the Reaper Leviathan in the area. I feel it in my soul. Bruh, this music just got so serious with me. Do we have the power cell on us? No, of course not. We probably put it away. Did I rocket attempt? So at first we were going to do the rocket attempt, but the problem is we're infected, and because of the gun, that means it's just going to blast us out of the sky and probably kill us. And I'm like, I don't want our game to end there, you know? I think that would be a bummer. Bro, when the music gets scary though in this game, it is actually so stressful. Nobody talks about this enough, but this game, its soundtrack, the artist for this soundtrack needs to be followed and monitored, because I bet you that they have got a distinguished career and then some from the work that they did on the soundtrack. Because the way that this game manages to just seamlessly transition from being like, yeah, we're cozy, we're vibing, we're foraging, into like, we are dying today, Battle Brothers, is like, blown up by the enforcers. Save first. Yes, true. True. It could be the sounds from the vehicles coming here, yeah. Oh, you know something? You're right, Phoenix. I didn't even think of that. Me too. Got a war with the ship field of views that make me puke, yeah. It's really, I have to say, one thing that I completely get this, it's really... So like, I mean, I could increase the field of view on this if it would help. I'm just like, not sure if it will actually do anything useful. Good. You don't need fixing. You're fine. I'm just like, we're gonna hide because I don't trust this thing at all. Where's my scanner? I'm like, listen, I do not trust the Reaper sounds coming from this area as far as I can throw them, and, oh my god, the poor jellyfish. I just left them like that? That makes me sad. I'm so sorry, jellyfish. I'm scuba diving because of all this stuff's on me? Yeah. Yeah. No, I believe it. That would be stressful. I will say this much, scuba legitimately freaks me out. I'm much more of a fan of freediving. Even like IRL in the ocean, I don't like being deep in areas like coral reefs because I've seen some stuff when it comes to bull sharks, and it stresses me if I'm being honest with you guys. Shoo. Get out of here, crab snake. Sorry, peeper. I mean, the one thing I'm glad about is that the Reapers care at all about being electrocuted. Can you imagine if they were just like, that's cute, try again? We'd all be in panic mode 24/7 in this game, and I do feel like there's a false sense of confidence once you get the shield. Freediving was in the waters of is it Mauritius? Mauritius? I'm like, Mauritius sounds like a virus. We'd all be noping it, yep. I would rather skydive than scuba dive. I'm terrified of heights, yeah. Dude, yeah. Skydiving for me is one of those things where I actually dated somebody who had been, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, it was in that category of things for me where I was like, because he and I were talking about it, and I was like, listen, I'm sure it's not scary when you, like, have worked with your instructor, you know them. I've just heard of parachutes not deploying, and I just can't. Mauritius. Oh, okay, Mauritius. Got you. Thank you for the pronunciation help. By the way, yeah, y'all, if I ever mispronounce something, feel free to let me know. I don't get fragile about that stuff. I always want to be corrected. Especially two names and stuff. But right, Salvo, it stresses me out because I'm one of those people where, like, I can't conceive of what I would do if the parachute didn't open. Like, first of all, I don't know if I would be alive to worry about it, but in the weird chance that I was, I feel like in that case, I would be placing such an incredible task on my parents to be like, hey, I now, you know, am going to be out of commission for God knows how long. Skydiving to me is terrifying, you know what I mean? Like, it's genuinely primally like, ugh. I'm almost tempted to, like, bait the Reaper away, but I know that's not gonna actually work the way I hope. I get killed in games by gravity with Torrent. I know what it does. Exactly right. Exactly. Once you've been, like, I feel like we all have a healthy respect for gravity, and I just, you know, I really enjoy the concept of staying on the ground. I really do. I'm not really even that much of a fan of airplanes. I don't like that kind of stuff, you know? Like, I think the airplanes are so cool, like, in theory of like the technology involved in them, and I think that flying would be really cool, and I would totally go flying with like my friend who's getting his pilot license who comes in here sometimes. But like I don't feel confident in planes enough where like, especially with the Boeing stuff going on, where I would be like in them regularly at this moment. You know what I mean? And that's not, by the way, that's not like a knock to anybody who's like a pilot or anything. It's just the stuff with Boeing really does freak me out. I don't know how people are just being chill about it and still continuing to travel, because for me, that's just such a nope. I want to investigate, but I'm also scared. Oh, chat, this is gonna be fun. But I see the sunlight. Bro, it's so quiet. Oh no. Mr. Reaper? Mr. Weaver! It's Ellen Booth from school! Oh, almighty jump scare gods. I'm asking you to please not. I know you could. I know you would. I'm asking you to just not. The scariest vibes. Never, it is actually my first ever stream playthrough, but this is probably my... Oh god, I think I played this game about a total of 14 times, but I have every single time that I did it. But every single time that I did it, I never got as far as I think we're gonna get this time. Because this time we're gonna beat the game, and I haven't beaten the game. I've just kind of dicked around and stumbled into stuff and had fun that way. That was part of its patrol area, right, Coffee? Well, the problem was before when we were in the caves, we were literally hearing it, and I was like, oh god. I was like, not the Reaper patrols. Yeah, we're in for a treat, Nefer. We're in for a real big treat. Because also, and this is one of those games where I will tell you guys right now, I never mind backseating when it comes to survival games, because I'm like, thank you, please keep me alive. Traveling, but the control freak in me makes my anxiety go sky high, sound like melody, right? Yeah, dude, yeah. Planes, I think, are very scary for anybody who has ever, like, been in a situation where it, like, also demands you to be, like, a little bit control freaky for your safety. Then will be the things to see. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There is gonna be some, like, brandy new. Like, for example, I've never hatched a cuttlefish, so I have no idea what cuteness is waiting for me here. And I'm excited for it. And don't worry, eventually everything on this base will be symmetrical and pretty. Right now, we're just gonna make sure that we reinforce what needs reinforcing, because, yeah. The babies! You guys are having babies! Oh, that's so cute. Wait, hang on. Hang on. Are we? Did I? They are! They're having babies! Wait, I'm so excited. This is so precious. Oh my god, this is so precious. They're having babies! They're having mean little attack babies that can guard our house down there. I'm so excited to bring them down there. But I also don't want them to get infected. And you, my darling, are just... So what's the deal with this? What happens? You're so cute. Excuse me, but you are the most precious. Oh my god, look at your little face. You are Mudang, and I'm loving you. Finished it 3 times the first time I was playing it when Deepest Places was not even finished. Oh my god. Wait, why are you so cute? You're so cute. You are Mudang. I feel like I need to name you Mudang right now. Guys, we have our very own Mudang. Look at them. They're perfect. They're just perfect. Oh my god, we need another egg so that you can just go to town. We have our very own Mudang, and I'm in love with Mudang. Oh my god. Stop it. Stop it. Look at the vibes. Look at the vibes. The house and play with you when you interact. He does look lonely. Yes, we need more. There are 5 in game. Yes. All right. So it's going to be time very soon. We're going to go get our prawn suit back, but then it's going to be time for us to go pick up the other cuttlefish egg in that facility that just makes me feel ooky. Ooh, question. Question. If I drop the crab squid egg outside of that facility, if I like, no, not the egg, but like the full grown, one of the full grown crab squids, will the crab squid save me from the other crab squid? The way that the stalkers do, because the stalkers have just straight up been guarding the house. Will my babies protect me? Because I will straight up bring a little mini crab squid army when we go and get that other cuttlefish egg. I'm just gonna be like, Operation Get wrecked. Or are they going to side with their species? My hopes are like nil, but I can hope, you know? I'm like, please like me enough to defend me and save me. I think so. Some creatures have a chance to attack you as well, though. Yeah. I'll put it this way. If there's anything that I'm like, and this is no offense to our darling crab squids that are reproducing at the speed of light over there, which, by the way, very impressed with the crab squid dating app that we obviously have now subscribed to. I think that was maximum productivity. I doubt, but worth a try, right? It's worth something, because the stalkers straight up defend me. The stalkers are straight up like, that's our mommy, you leave her alone. And you know something? If I am grateful for anything in my life, it's that we have stalkers. In the game. In the game. In the game. Stalkers in the game. The fish. Stalfo, thank you so much for that tier 1 sub, dude. It's such a pleasure to have you. The vibes are so immaculate. We are having such a good time. Thank you so much for that tier 1 sub, dude. It genuinely means the world to me. I hope that you enjoy the ad-free viewing, the emotes, and don't worry, there is more on the way. But thank you so much, my guy. It has been such a pleasure. And also, nobody worry, when I call you guys dude or my guy, I'm literally not trying to gender you guys. It's just a neutral... Don't worry. I'm not doing any of that. You guys are fine. I'm like, I feel like I have to explain because... every now and then, I accidentally mess that up and I'm like, no! Brother. Oh, you know what it is? Not me joining right at the stalker's comment, right, Blue? You came at just the right time. Blue heard the distress signal. Also, Blue, I just have to tell you that my favorite, cutest thing is us chilling on Discord, and I literally look over, and it's like max playtime. Like, this is what Blue is addicted to. Literally, Discord called you out for the hours that you've been in game, but I would just like to shout you out for the hours that you've been in game, because I'm literally like, when we have the multiplayer Subnautica, we are going to be such a dangerous combination together. Also, how has it already been 2 hours? What the... Bro. We're gonna be doing definitely 2 sessions today because I can't believe it's already been 2 hours. I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? I'm just... Captain. Me and Subnautica have a love affair. You've been obsessed, right, dude? It's the time. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Exactly. Time flies when I'm with excellent people. That's my addendum to it. Alright, what we're gonna do... I mean, we could go pick up more copper for the Wall of Fame because, Stalfo, you're gonna be on the Wall of Fame. Coffee, I gotta put you on the Wall of Fame. Blue has gotta be on the Wall of Fame. Actually, I have Blue on the Wall of Fame. Harley needs to be on the Wall of Fame. I've got Phoenix on the Wall of Fame. I got Sinnoh. I've got Llama. Do I have you on the Wall of Fame? I don't know. You might be on the Wall of Fame twice. Thank you, Walker. Oh, and Pirate Adventures, man. I'm having such a craving. I also think that we're gonna have to re-explore Assassin's Creed Black Flag soon, and I am looking forward to that because we can have all the piratey discussion. And yes, I know the main story is gonna trigger me. We all know my feelings about Anne Bonny being one of my favorites, and the way that she was treated by that game was definitely, cardinal sin. However, it's a beautiful game. It's the best pirate game that we have because... You're right, Walker, I love that game too. And it's the best pirate game that we have because I think we all know that, Skull and Bones definitely did not live up to what we were hoping for, which is, by the way, very sad. I had so many hopes in Skull and Bones. I was, like, hoping that this would revolutionize everybody's view of Black Flag and it would be like, alright, now the standards would be raised for the remake. I'm so exhausted, I'm just waiting for Toddler to get home so I can put her down for a nap. Oh my gosh, Blue, I'm so sorry. I know that feeling. Excuse me. Can you not be rude? Honestly, you're being very rude. Sorry. I only bring out the Kim Kardashian voice when I need to. And crab snakes feel like they're that occasion. I'm like, I'm sorry. I know that this is the worst. They're so rude. Honestly, you're just so rude. actually endogenously heard in New Jersey for the first time since ever living. Like, I've lived here my entire life and I have only ever heard this happen one time. But I endogenously heard that accent yesterday while I was leaving the coffee shop and was like, I can't believe that this just happened to me in the wild. It was like a polar bear sighting. You know what I mean? Because it's so rare here. They're just honestly so rude. I hope we never have to redeem the Jersey Girl Valley voice. I hope if you guys ask me for that redemption, I'll allow you to have it, but just please know that the whole time I will be cringing with you. I can't. I truly can't. I couldn't believe I heard it in the wild. You just said the word sea monkeys, which is giving me like... I remember watching Cowboy play 2 seconds. Wait. More crucial than me having watched Cowboy play 2 seconds of the game. Why does everybody hate Below Zero? Why is that a meme? Somebody explain it to me. Like I'm 5. Why was everybody mad at Below Zero? Also, what kind of mischievous? Like, are we talking irrational rage mischievous or like... The plot kind of falls off. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Harley's. I'm like, I feel like... Because I love it so far? Yeah. That's what I was kind of wondering, is like, I'm like, why is this a meme? Like, I was very concerned when... You know how there's certain sequels and stuff that you're like, alright. Like, I know a lot of people had a lot of feelings about the Sons of the Forest compared to the original Forest, but like... That could honestly be an academic thesis for some, God bless them, long-suffering PhD student out there. They changed the plot mid-development. They steal? Oh, nope. Nope. All you had to do was say steal. I don't even tolerate, like, y'all, Raja loves to steal my socks, and when I tell you that I've had to learn to be emotionally closed off to any of the pairs of socks that I own in my life, he's so cute that he makes it worth it, but, like, it's literally only because it's him that I allow him to have my socks. Sea monkeys are it's gonna be on site, I can feel it. They changed the plot mid-development. Sure, what you're holding. Okay, that's not bad. No, but that's my equipment. I'm gonna be walking around with a chunk of titanium for the entire game. I'm gonna be just like Titanium Girl. I'm just holding straight up titanium and that's it. That's the only thing on my hotbar is titanium. I'm like, here you go, monkey. Enjoy your titanium. All you will get from me is titanium. Pure titanium. At all times. Before they approach you. Oh. Wait. Is there like a put away all equipment option in this game that I'm missing? Circumvent that early. If you do the right thing, they'll give you stuff. Alright, so what's the right thing early? Harley, feel free to spoil this. I'm more than happy to have this spoiler. Mainly because I'm ragey. So here's the one thing, and I really love this about being a Taurian. For all those of you that are also born like between April 20th to May 20th, congratulations, welcome to Taurushood. I'm so protective of my stuff.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Follow the SOS sound. I'm assuming it's Morse code. I'm presuming it's Morse. Unless they got super creative and went with like... Yes, Morse code. Okay, good. Oh, baby. Oh. Sounds and green lights. Well, okay, we can do that. Had them steal the Sea Glide once. Oh my god. My rage would be so biblical. I would be on unprecedented levels of insanity. Also, hang on. I'm so sorry. I was hearing something so loud ambiently outside my room that I was like... there's a truck outside the house doing something industrial, and the face that you just witnessed was the face of, like, how? If you can catch them, oh bless us. But we all know that I wasn't being... I was not gifted with those abilities. Alright, now I remember the coffee said to park underneath the pillar down there. So what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna save. We have some food on us. They be getting cut. I'm sorry, but they're smart enough to know better. Oh, babies. So is the sea monkeys can be made to bring you diamonds and other expensive materials that you can't get yourself early. Oh, but I must know how. So basically we have to follow the SOS sound, and then I'm assuming that there's like a story moment. Oh, that's so sexy. I love that though. I love that so much. I love like little hidden features in these games. I'm like, we are not going down here with lights. We've already met Bathsheba, and so we need to park beneath the... I believe that you guys said park beneath the little, platform. That is the word I'm looking for here. I'm sorry, fishies, but you keep swimming into me. Sea monkeys can only steal stuff, yeah. No risk, so as long as you keep following the green light and sound. Okay, good. Okay, we can do that. Warper, I'm begging you to just let me be. Warper, do you see where we are? Then just pin your most expensive materials, yeah. I'm kind of tempted, actually, because we're so freaking close to where we almost built the other moon pool, to actually find a way to thermally power the moon pool down there. No, that would be so unhinged. I mean, actually, this is the easiest way to find where we're going, but look at how cool that this looks with the... just the pitter-patter of the fishies hitting the windshield. I know. It's so sad, isn't it? I'm like, whoopsie. Yeah, we're gonna repair you. First of all, let's get that habitat builder right off that business. Because we are not gonna be needing that for what we're doing. I really like Sub-Zero, even if it's not as good as Subnautica. It's a tough act to follow. It is, and I think also it deserves a little bit more respect because it's such a tough act to follow. It's like, you know, one thing I think that doesn't get enough love, not everything has to be genre breaking, you know? Not everything has to be like the newest, hottest, most different thing we've ever seen in our lives. Sometimes the best products are trying to be their own thing instead of living up to the successor. Alright, let me go here. Let me see what we have actually for the... while I'm here. Oh, my Titanite. That's good to know that we have that here. And glass. Twisty Bridges and is near the pod. Okay. Twisty Bridges near the pod. I can remember that. We'll get there and then I'll be asking you, but... what? Oh, right. We need to get the cuttlefish egg. Alright. I'm procrastinating. Because I think you guys know. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. So... hang on. One thing we do need to actually plan on having at some point, if I'm being real with you guys, is going to be one of these babies. Hang on. Because I'm thinking to myself already that, like, we are actually going to be in a bad spot if we don't have the ability to make a new MK3 depth chip if we do have to construct a sea moth. We are gonna need this, because basically down here is... well, no, we can't build the Cyclops in. We'll figure it out. We'll literally just figure it out. I don't know. We'll find a way. I want to bring this with me, but I'm very confident I could die. Let me leave this, and that. Do we need a laser cutter for this area or no? Still looking for the last engine fragment, but first we're going to get this cuttlefish egg, which is going to go one of two ways. This is either going to be a complete mess, or it's going to work. Base game, large rooms were developed for below 0, and then layer added, yeah. That's what I'm thinking, Harley. I feel like there's probably a lot of improvements. I genuinely don't like to be negative about a project until we've, like, experienced it. I guess, you know what, we have plenty at the main base to just make better materials. Let's just save here so that we make sure that we have a place to go. Let me stop being a little chicken shit about this. I'm being literally a chicken shit because I don't want to lose the sea moth, and it's like, baby, we can just swim back from here manually and make a new sea moth. Like, it's not gonna break the bank. We have the ability. What do I have in you? Nothing. Alright. Where are we at, health-wise? Why does this thing say... It's at 48% power. And the big tree next to Life Pod 13. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That means that we never grabbed that. Oh my. Didn't it just say that it was at 48? So here we are struggling to get this one, but we do need the orange tablet. Why is it saying power 48%? Am I out of my mind? Hang on. Oh, it's the tool that's it. Oh my god, please, Jesus. Make it sense. 100 meters. So I can't remember if it was 17 or 19 that we were trying to find down here. Life pod 13, life pod 19. Life pod... No, we remember where life pod 17 is. There is a maze in the tree. Be prepared to get lost. Oh. It was 19. Okay. Now, Coffee, I'm going to be relying on you so hard for this to figure out where to park. That should be pretty safe. Now, when you park beneath, are you mostly safe? Oh, wait, why don't I have the... Hang on.
Systems online.
No, I don't have my stasis rifle down here. Damn it, I should have brought that. This is gonna be some, this could get real weird, stream. We're gonna just hope that it doesn't. But the vibes are bad. I was thinking, so the power for the tool was at freaking 48%. Not the sea moth. I was like, how is the sea moth this low on charge? God. 13, you should be pretty safe. There can be an occasional bone shark. Yeah, I do remember 13. Where the fuck am I going? What the hell is happening? Further, why am I in the Lost River? I went down too deep. God damn it. Hang on. We are so dead. We're the deadest dead. I'm just waiting for Bathsheba to be like, Swiggity swooty. Guess what? I found your booty. I'm just waiting. I'm literally poised because I am waiting to come face to face with one of the most terrifying things in this game, just because of the sheer size. Not even for the appearance. They're actually very pretty, I think. I don't know about y'all, but I have always found— oh, this is the one. Oh, god damn it. Oh, please, dear god, don't get mine. I hate you. So you park under here? How the hell do you make a quick exit? Bro! Two! Is this position defensible? Under the broken one? Oh, I see. Oh, god damn it. And the thing is hovering. Oh, god damn it. Do you mean this? Do you mean, is this broken? What do you mean? Is this broken enough? Am I hidden enough? Your girl is anxious. Okay, let me ask you this. How close is the door from where you normally park? Because this one does not appear to be within their view. At least not easily. I feel like I'm pretty well hidden down here. How close was the door when you parked there? I feel like I might be okay, because the lights are off. Oh god, it's so quiet. I'm nervous. I'm legitimately just nervous. Alright, we're gonna face this way so that in theory, if we can run back to the car. This is like... I'm legitimately so scared right now. I know. I'm just what I'm scared of, Coffee, is that I'm gonna immediately leave and then watch this thing just go and get wrecked. Alright, let's just hope. How do we get down there? Please? How are we getting in here? There we are. Wait, but we've been in here. How are we getting... What? What? But we've been in here. But there's a layer beneath. What the hell? Hang on. Frick? How are we getting in here? It's on the other side of the aquarium. Oh, thank you. Bro, let me in. Thank you. Oh my god, you're a genius. Thank you, Coffee. Yeah, baby.
Integrating new PDA data.
Where's my cuddly cuddles? Cuddle! We got a meat and we got lab equipment, which makes me happy because I'm lab girl. Alright, and then there's nothing that we can really scan in here, is there? Bro? Have to change the thing. I think we're pretty safe, guys. Let me not count my blessings too soon. I'm going to just lose it. Please, brain. 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 Time to go. Wee-haw! Thank you, coffee! You just saved us hours of agonizing looking for that. Because I'm not exaggerating to you guys when I tell you that I would have just spontaneously combusted if we didn't find the way in there. I'm so scared. I'm so scared of crab squids. I have a crab squid phobia. I don't know why. It's just a step too far for me, you know? They're just spoopy. They're just way spoopier than they have any right to be. Alright, do we need anything down here? Yeah, let me bring back that titanium, actually, because I need to reinforce the main base.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We should really grab some uranite while we're down here, but I feel like the cuttlefish egg is high priority. We gotta get them a partner, you know? They like technology. Yes, exactly. They're also way too intelligent. You know what I mean? Those eyes have seen things, and you can't convince me that they don't understand me at some primal level that I don't understand me, and it makes me feel intimidated. Nothing should be that intelligent. Perhaps could fairly safely by approaching for about, yeah, and then I'll feel bad. You know? Only I would find a way to guilt myself over the crowd. Actually, let's keep the spare power cell down here, because I feel like if there's ever been a place where we're going to need it, it's going to be down here. Because pretty soon we are going to be down here more. Shit. Let's just do that for now. They're definitely very intelligent. They're very intimidating as a result of it. They definitely knew what they were doing with that design, because cephalopods are actually that scary. I feel like we could actually keep the orange tablet down here, because we're not going to need that until we're back down here by the Lost River base again, right? I mean, we could scan it. No. Let me not overthink this. I'm literally doing the definition of what I tell you guys not to do and just straight up overthinking it. Do walls degrade over time? That's an X. Fine, we'll bring it. You know, like, as you asked that question, I tend to think so in this deeper area. It was always going to be terrifyingly smart, yeah. Any cephalopod is just already scary right in the door. Alright. That was the best way to ask me if it's a smart idea to leave the orange tablet stealth that, like, anybody has come up with as of yet, and I was like, listen, seen, heard, and respected, because, yeah, I think I just took my life into my hands. Man, by the way, who's your favorite Aurora survivor? My heart always goes out to the poor guy in Life Pod 4. But who's everybody's favorite? Because for me, Life Pod 4 is the most heartbreaking by far. Ooh, enjoy Phoenix. Have a wonderful Urk. I feel like that's more telling of people's personality than anything, is who's your favorite Life Pod survivor is. For me, Life Pod 4 is just the most devastating emotional journey. Also, what was Life Pod 4? The one who was like, I've made decoys to distract the Leviathans. Meaning 3. You remember the 3 Reaper Leviathans that we almost got wrecked by? Life Pod 4 is right by them, and he's like, Assume that if you don't see me on the Aurora, assume that I miscalculated, because he was trying to calculate the distraction time for the Reaper Leviathan. He has the most heartbreakingly chirpy sign-off that I was just like, oh my god in heaven. I was like, that psychologically damaged me just by being exposed to it. I was like, I have never felt so sad immediately. I was like, this poor guy. Imagine being in a situation where you're being thrown around like a beach ball by 3 different Reaper Leviathans. You craft decoys to keep them busy, and then you're calculating how much time that you have based off of how long they stay distracted. I was like, bro, my stress level, I was like, I have too big of a heart for this, you know? I was like, bro, this game can be soul-wrenching at times, and you're just like, oh my god. Now listen, you adorable shmush. I've got good news for you. Lonely no more. Does anybody know what the endogenous environment of the cuttlefish is? Or is this just literally called have fun with all the fauna that you like? Congratulations, buddy. You have a partner now. Y'all are doing fine. Y'all are the most prolific brother in Christ. How many crabs? I admit that when we started the crab squid dating app, I was not expecting it to be this prolific. I really wasn't. I was not expecting that we would this fast have, like, crab squidorama. But I'm, you know, like a little, taken aback. Also, random tailbone pain. Random tailbone pain. Why is my tailbone hurting? Like, randomly out of nowhere, I got nauseous and had tailbone pain and was like, is this some new hyper-specific nonsense that I'm gonna learn about months later? Crab, squid rabbits. Brother! What in the Babies Express? They really like each other. That's how that one's going, I guess. Right, so the crab squid breeding program. Massive success. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. But, like, also, my beautiful crab squids, what are y'all doing? It's like impressive. Let me store these guys here until we're ready for them decoratively. Also you, because I'll have to do some of that. I'm intimidated by how fast that they were just like, yes, you said babies? We could do babies. And I was like, I wasn't thinking so soon, you know, but like, okay. Alright, that should be good to go. Like, y'all. No wonder that there's so many eggs down there. They were straight up like, we can understand the assignment. And you know, I admire them for that as much as they terrify me at some primal level. Good God. They really said, they were like, babies, we understand the assignment. You want more of us, you said. Like, bro, we're gonna have a defense army of crab squids. These things are gonna be out here just straight up saving our ass down there, hopefully. Because what my plan is that when we get all 6 going, we can grab 2 of them and just put them outside the house. Because my thought process, so I don't really see the warpers interacting with them. Is that a canonical thing that those 2 don't really, interact? Because I'm not saying that I expect them to fight for us on our behalf, but like, it'd be real cool. Welcome back, Hell. Also, Hell, we have got the most intimidating, I can't even speak. I can't even English properly because I'm so taken aback by how prolific of breeders that the crab squids are. Why do we have 100 bajillion babies? Like, if I set these things loose outside, it's just gonna be straight up crab squid nation. Yeah, they intimidated me. I mean, given the crab squid's behavior, it makes sense that the warpers avoid them, yeah. It does. It's just one of those things where, like, I'm hoping that if we park them outside of the lower base, basically, like, so if this couple is just really coupling this hard, what my thought process is that we could station a little group of their babies outside the base to be nice to us, but I don't know if they'll actually be nice to us in the wild, so I feel like this is something we might need to do a little empirical testing about. Because all I'm saying is, like, your sister in Christ is for real intimidated. I'm over here like, god damn, we barely even put them into a, we truly barely even introduced them to each other and they were like gone. I was like, okay. It hasn't been that long, has it? Welsh, it's so nice to see you. How you doing, Welsh? I saw your name pop up and was like, yes. There she blows. How you doing, Welsh? Ah! Hell yes. What's going on, Welsh? How's life been treating you? We are loving some Subnautica. With the optometrist. Think of special prices for privateers. I hear he calls the discount the irate pirate irate. Oh my god. Can y'all imagine? Now that would be a mouthful. But I like it. I mean, it fits. Doing alright. Got the sickness bug. I'm so sorry, Welsh. I'll tell y'all something. There's a lot going around right now. I'm okay, Welsh. I'm okay. I've been trucking, you know? I just keep it pushing. We have been vibing in the Subnautica, and let me just tell you, what the fuck am I looking at? Death. Death is what I was looking at. No, that's the regular life pod. You know what? Now that we talked about life pod 4, now I'm paranoid that I'm gonna accidentally swim up to that. But it's flipped upside down, which is like the big clue that it's life pod 4. Are our babies still guarding out here? Yeah, they are. We got home security. Why do astronomers hate vegetarian restaurants? This is a hard one. Agreed, Welsh. I was gonna say, that's like a national holiday. Hello. Is the game good? Oh my god, Welsh, it's so good. If you're ever on the fence and you're looking for something very cozy to like craft and vibe to, this is your game. This is your game. It definitely gives thalassophobia, so be cautioned, but I love this game with all of my heart and soul. Whenever we play this game, we're always like eerily relaxed. I don't think it's supposed to relax us. I think it's actually supposed to intimidate us, but I find it relaxing. They need something meatier. Oh my god. Hell. That one's bad, but I like it. You know? It's actually, no, it's so bad it's good. That's what that one's giving. That's what that one's giving, and I love it. Yeah, let's please put the orange tablet in there. Welcome back, huh? Yeah, we're gonna hang out till probably about 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, but I have to go for therapy. And then that will be the early session. Then later on today, I'll be back after a couple of hours after some therapy. It is, oh my god, Welsh, it's so relaxing. I knew that one of y'all got depleted because I saw the number flicker. Do that. I'm just like so insanely and like, bro. Alright, we need to test this, but I'm afraid to test this. Bro. Like, but our crab squids, bro. But our crab squids. Thank you, Welsh. Me too. I love my therapist. He's such a good guy. What's the matter? Yeah, there. That'll do it. Bro, our crab squid couple is like almost a little too productive. Now y'all, on the other hand, are chilling. These guys are just like on a mission. Like, okay. And of course, this other one hasn't hatched. How long do they usually take to... Oh my god, you're so... Look at its little face. This is literally the Mudang of Subnautica. You are the most precious. Look at this little baby. Oh my god. I'm gonna have a panic attack. It's so cute. Okay. Okay. Now, the good question is going to be, will the crab squids actually attack us outside of their vivarium down there? I honestly don't know the answer to that, and I'm intimidated. She moved. Oh, I'm so sorry, Welsh. It's so hard. They take a little while. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, they are, like, Mudang, so makes sense. Alright, let's go to Life Pod 13. Also, does anybody know a reliable place to find bone shark eggs? Because I want bone sharks like it's nobody's business. That's one of those creatures that I'm like very adamant. It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die, right? It's giving that. It's giving a lot of that. But if somebody knows where bone sharks are reliably, and let me put it to y'all this way, we might not be able to get the bone shark eggs though, if I'm honest, until we have the Cyclops. I think I might be being a little bit stupid here because I don't think that this is gonna be... It's giving baby shark do hell, but the other problem with the bone sharks is that they are very aggro towards the sea moth to a point where like we almost didn't live. And I don't think that lights are gonna save me from bone shark wrath for stealing their eggs. So I'm just kind of like, we might need the Cyclops engine part. We might have reached the section of the game where it's like, congratulations, you must get good. Because all I'm saying is I don't think that the thermoblade is gonna cut it, you know? First though, let's go find lead.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm like very much on planet, this could be very bad. I'm like, this is gonna go one of two ways, and neither of the ways have the potential to be what I was hoping for. There's bone shark eggs and where to find them. Thank you, Harley. Yes, please. Am I riding in a crab bot? I'm riding in the prawn suit. Hell, which is literally nicknamed Shrimpify. Which, you know, don't everybody die at once about my naming powers. I know. I know. I went off with that. I've had a couple moments lately where I've really just gone off, you know? In a good way. And yes, please, Harley, I would love to know where to find them, because especially too when I break for therapy, I'm gonna look up all this. I'm a bit impressed we haven't found gasopod eggs as of yet. Oh good, there's nothing like foraging in the dark. This prawn suit is hello. Whoa. Welcome back, Harley. But yeah, if you want to post a link, go for it. That would be great. Hey. Where the hell am I going? In the wrong way, of course. Why, thank you. I'm gonna check all of this. Probably, I was gonna say, if you want to post it in the Subnautica section though, I'm not gonna check it until I break for therapy probably. Because I don't want to start cracking stuff open on stream. That's one of those. Especially too because I'm having to, God please, prawn suit, please. Why is it that the lights on the prawn suit are actually the most... Oh good. That's exactly what I need. Need to look in the bulb zone? Oh, the bulb zone. Do you mean the blue bulb zone that we just were in? It's literally the second house then. No, 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 no. Titanium! For the love of God. Sometimes we bring out the prawn suit to harvest materials, and I'm like, I think that this might just be the embodiment of pain. Eternal suffering. Maneuvering the prawn suit without the jump jet. We also need to find crystallized sulfur, but I think we need to wait until we have the Cyclops for that. That feels like that's gonna be a, that feels like that's gonna actually be harder to find, because I don't know why we didn't find... We do not need silver. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's where we were. Isn't that like direct northwest? I mean, granted, I don't even... I mean, I know I'm in the kelp forest, but... Posted in Subnautica. Thank you, Harley. That's perfect. I'm like, listen, I do love me some bone sharks. They're gorgeous. They're just so pretty, but also having defense bone sharks down there would just be like... chef's kiss, you know? It would just be real nice. I don't know why I was thinking that there would be lead deposits somewhere around here. This is more where I need to be for these. Smock. I love how the stalkers are just like leaving the prawn mostly alone. I was expecting them to be cranky, but I have got to tell you guys, I absolutely love. We need to gut it out to get the last Cyclops engine behind the Aurora. Leave your Seamoth on the other side of the dune. That's what I'm thinking, dude, and I'm like, we're gonna be in for a fun time. I can feel it. I also have no idea how me and my Sea Glide are gonna do, just trying to survive. We might have to do a little suicide mission for the Cyclops engine is what you're telling me, and I'm like, okay. I can accept it, because we're clearly not making all that much progress in any other direction. Oh, I feel so... I don't want to take it from him. Hang on. I think we might have to. And, I'm afeared, but you know what? We'll do it anyway. Today is my day to show y'all what fear looks like, apparently. Because, if that's not the definition of fear, I don't know what the hell is. Gotten killed once back there. Oh. Why do I feel like this is about to be the death montage and we're gonna be like, famous last words of the streamer? But no, I feel that. I think it's usually pretty safe because they want you to be able to get a Cyclops, which is one thing that I have to say I do really like about this game is that there is that, like, it's a chance spawn. So sometimes you'll play this game, you get super lucky. Sometimes you play this game, you get super unlucky. And, you know, that's part of the fun of playing it, is that you can start up multiple different save games and just have, like, multiple different vibes to them. Like, I know I once did one where I was super combat heavy, but I am not even gonna lie to you. I was so exhausted from being so combat heavy with the Leviathans that I was like, man, that was like a full-time job to be hunting Leviathans. I also felt bad, but that's a me and ethics thing. Alright, let's go march this thing back here. Because I think that's a good idea. That will be a fun... Especially too, because we're at like 1:30, so that gives us a half hour to get the Cyclops part. We're gonna see if we can do this. We're gonna see if we can do this in the next half hour. This is gonna be nice and spoopy. We might not, so I'm not making any promises, but we're gonna give it our best go, you know? Let's see. What should we bring? I kind of don't even want to waste the food and water. Like, where can we safely park our Seamoth? Alright. So. Water, food, all the tools leave. I got lucky the other day and found all 3 pieces. Yeah, we were literally talking about that and I was like, alright, maybe they'll be right here next to the island. And then remember we entered 3 Reaper land and I was like, baby, that sucks. Alright, we'll bring the flashlight, we'll bring this. We're not gonna really need batteries. I also honestly don't even want to waste the food and water. Obviously we have to bring the Sea Glide, that one goes without saying. The dune before the back of the ship, park on the east side. You said east side and immediately my memories were triggered and I was like, oh god, the east side of the Aurora. Scary land. Also, I'm presuming that we can't use lights, so we are going to, give Riley a little nap and a good save. This is gonna be scary. This is gonna be some true horror type. I'm actually tempted to just go out there with my Sea Glide, not even bring the Sea Moth. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna save and we're going out with just a Sea Glide, which is actually unhinged. But you know something? I literally think that we're better off. Now, to be clear, this is the back, not that, right? Because we've been parking there, which is the funniest thing to me now that I'm realizing it. We've been parking at the totally other side, which explains why I am deathly afraid of the Aurora. Well, fam, we're gonna do this. Also, yes, I've successfully cleared my inventory. And luckily we have the swim propulsion on, so that's... Dude, alright. Actually very tempted to stay low. God damn you. I guess we should get these on our way too. We do need titanium like it's nobody's business. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I do be stressing. You know what I did not think through, and I have many regrets because I did not think this one through at all. Coffee's gonna start laughing so hard. Why in the name of Jesus? Baby, I hear him. I am... Where? We just need a part, it doesn't matter if we die. I wish I believed any of my own bullshit with that. You can all rest assured that when we get grabbed, which is inevitable, I'm going to have the heart attack to end all heart attacks, just so that we're very clear. Oh my god, please. Can I scream like llama? Louder. Believe it or not, I also hit some decibels there that are pretty, I'll try. I'll give it my damnedest, but I'm, afeared for all of our lives. And I can indeed scream like llama does. Me and her... A streamathon of our own sometime. Where all we do is have what the... Alright, well. This is the oh, this is what you're talking about. Got you, okay. Alright, now it's all making sense. Now it's all coming together. Oh, God in heaven. Well, I'ma just start praying. If anyone cares. I really should have done the scanner room for the fragment. Oh, baby, I hate that with all my heart and soul. The way that I hate that cannot be measured. Hang on. Me having a panic attack in real time in front of you all. Poor llama, did she just go straight up venturing right into the Reaper Patrol? Oh my god, poor llama. Imagine you're brand new to this game. She probably had a freaking heart attack. I would have a heart attack. Anybody would. We're like so close to death right now. I can feel it. Baby! Hi. Hey. Hi. Hey. Hey. I don't taste very good. I promise I don't taste very good. I consistently I don't know what wouldn't taste good to a Reaper Leviathan. I gotta think about my life. Do we have you? We probably do. Of course we do. Oh, in the dark, no less. Oh, this feels even safer. Oh, baby. Hang on, y'all. Lots of garlic and onions. I'm not tasty. Would they not like savory things? I feel like they would love that, you know? Oh, for God's sake.
New blueprint acquired.
We're saved. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been saved. Ladies and gentlemen. Coffee, thank you. That was the life hack. On our way to getting a submarine, baby. Remaster ready for the 31st. Very nice, Harley. Congratulations. Coffee, thank you for rescuing our lives because wow, your girl almost had a panic attack. I was like, that's a big boy. That's a big boy. That's a 55-meter big boy. He doesn't look very friendly. I'll get more comfortable with them as time goes on, but it's been a couple years since I've really played this game properly, and let me tell you something, there is no muscle memory about the Reapers that I remember except for stress. Immediate and intense stress. Alright, let's figure out what we need for this.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, we got metal for days, which is good news, because I think we're gonna need a couple of... I think it's plasteel for the... We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I mean, we also have actual building to do, so there's also that bit. Before we do this, let's do this. Oh my goodness gracious. I felt my stomach just be like, listen girl, like, we're a lot of things, but this kind of brave ain't one of them. Cyclops, so we need to make obviously all of this. Glass seal times 3, enamel glass times 3. We have all of this. This is gonna actually not be bad at all. Alright. This is not any hardship. This is like, oh, I see. We've also found the best place for metal salvage, even though I'm gonna be so for real with y'all. Going there with the Sea Glide does feel a little bit compromising, but I guess that's how we'll get comfortable. We'll just figure it out. There's 2. Do we have one more in here? Yeah, we have plenty in here. That's good news. I mean, the good news is we're about to have our Cyclops. The bad news is that we have to do all the upgrades on it. However, Cyclops 1 is going to be our exploratory. So we're going to have one for exploration and defense. We're going to have one that is literally our offensive, I will beat you to a pulp, Leviathan, don't mess with me. Then what we'll do is we'll build this right into the red grass area, because I feel like nothing in the red grass area is really gonna mess with it. I mean, okay, maybe our occasional Reaper, but originally what I was gonna do is go to the other base, swim like a lunatic up to the surface, but then I was thinking about the Reaper hunting zones and was like, that's... Thank you, Never. Oh my. I grabbed my water bottle, and 3 things were just like, yeetus. Let's see, so we have our 3 plasteel. 110. Yeah, it just gets pretty much instant destroyed, doesn't it? I'm sure I'm not remembering that wrong. It doesn't really do so hot in the long term. I think that's why I'm like about it. Like I want to take it, but I also don't want to lose it immediately. But we need things like nickel. We need things like nickel real bad for the prawn. But I feel like it's just so... Yeah, it's so much cheaper to replace everything else. Alright, we need the 3 enamel glass, the 3 lead. Hang on. We need lead badly. That's one thing that I can tell you guys that's gonna have to happen urgently. Do some core... no, glass. The blue area of the Lost River. Enough nickel there. Yeah, thank you. That sounded good. Cyclops destroyed? No, we're making one for the first time. We're talking about, I was saying how like the Cyclops is so easy to get destroyed in like the dumbest of ways. And it just becomes such a maintenance thing that it's like, it's funny because even though I was like, yeah, we're gonna have multiple Cyclops, I don't even know what I'm saying or what that word is, but even though I know need to free swim, but it's totally safe area. Okay. Oh, that's true. That's true. I think the blue areas was where I was actually thinking of building a auxiliary base. Table coral. Coral. Oh, let's see. Wiring kit. Computer chip. Copper wire. There it is. We're also gonna have to get more copper pretty soon, I think. I feel like we're always chronically out of copper and it makes me nervous. Barbara Sinatra, aw. I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but my grandfather actually used to be the pianist who would sometimes accompany, or he would like, so my grandfather would drive, he was a bus driver who was also an accomplished pianist who would drive around Frank Sinatra. Doesn't Cyclops get hurt? It is a bit. Yeah, it's like, it can be managed. I feel like it can be a good thing. It's just, it just takes some work, you know? Alright, Cyclops number 1. It is your time to shine, and we're not spawning you on top of the house. Everybody relax. What we're gonna do is we're gonna spawn you. Well, they got hurt, but not ruined, yeah. Now listen, Mr. Stalker Man, I know. I know it's gonna be real hard with me here. I know, baby, I know. It's gotta be- Oh, I hate you. Come here. I always forget this. Gotta put this stupid thing on 3. I do that every single time. I'm like, drop! I'm like, don't drop. I'm gonna lose it. Let me climb. Thank you. And away we go, baby.
Be advised,
First Cyclops!
is designed to be operated by a 3-person crew. Only experienced helmspeople should attempt to pilot this vehicle solo.
Oh, baby. Cyclops 1. Down she goes. Now. Don't we have to construct the modifications on board? Oh, let's see. Yeah, we do. Alright. Gimme. Thank you. Oh, baby, it's been so much time. I have not seen you in so long, my precious Cyclops. It is a moment of great acclaim.
Captain, all systems online.
That's the voice I was waiting for. I'm so happy. Oh, baby, he's back. He's back! Reginald, you're back! I thought you were gone, Reginald. I was worried, Reginald. Oh, we got so much shit to do. I gotta build you so much stuff. Oh boy. Alright, now first of all, before anything else, we need to do 3 things that are just... Oh, I love the noises. Fuck, I left my tools at home. Well, shit. First of all, let's see. Oh, baby! I forgot about this. First of all... There we go. Keep all them lights off right now. Thank you very much. Are you in a good place, my friend? You seem to be. Now. First things first, no vehicle docked. Right, we gotta bring some stuff. So we got the decoys that we gotta make. Alright, I gotta make me a list. We also need to make some power cell chargers on board because obviously we're gonna be... Let's do all this. Let's take one look at you. Oh, baby. Oh, you're looking good. I like the purple stripe. Oh, the purple stripe is looking sexy. Am I content with the green? Can I live with the green? Where's my green? There's my green. Yeah, that's nice. That's just great. Guess what we got, Phoenix? I love it. It's got Oreo cream cheese brownies. That sounds amazing. It really does. Alright, let me remember how to steer you. Oh, baby. Shit. Engine offline.
Powering up.
This is whose voice I've missed. Oh good, we're not that far from the house actually. What did he name his? I'm assuming it was something hilarious. Oh, for fuck's sake. Submaria, I love it. How do we go up? For fuck's sake. I remember why I hate using you. Because you break. That's a little regular. What's up, Maria? God help us. At 100. Where's my damage? Yeah, until we have modifications and stuff, we gotta be mighty careful. Alright, the health on it's fine. Good. So that was just some stupid sand shark probably bumping into it. I'm so ridiculously paranoid about preserving the safety of the Cyclops. It's hard to explain how once I get one of these things, I morph into being the most stressed out person on Earth. I would name a Cyclops Clip, then it would be Clip Clops. Oh my god, that's cute. I like that a lot. Actually, it's not that far from the base. I feel pretty good about this. We're in easy swimmable distance. Well, y'all, I think we have found our natural and perfect pausing point for the first session. We have got the Cyclops. I gotta craft all the modules. We'll do that real quick. We'll craft what we can real quick. But
aboard, Captain.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This is pretty exciting. This is good news for us. Where the hell? Oh, I have one of them. Hang on. Isn't it mods? Do I craft them on the Cyclops? Oh, memory, please come back to me. Energy efficiency. A scanner room speed upgrade that we don't need right now. Ooh, give me my knife. Thank you very much. Oh, also, I feel so bad. The other day we were talking about the mobile vehicle bay. I usually just pop it into storage when I'm not using it because honestly, the pain in the butt that is bringing it, or that is keeping it floating there, it makes me a little paranoid. I know that things don't float away in this game, but I, for some reason, am very convinced that I will be the one exceptional person for whom they will just disappear and apparate into thin air. What else do we need to bring? Obviously these, because we need to make power cell chargers. Let's bring 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll be 3 power cells, which is pretty decent. It should keep it nice and charged up. Do this. So I always keep backup power cells and such because for me the most nightmarish thing is running out of power on the Cyclops. Especially too when you're in a dangerous area, you're like, I beg you. You get so used to the sea moth and the prawn suit having these like very convenient docking stations. I swore. Cyclops, alright. Cyclops Death Module MK2, MK3. Oh, we need to start getting... Oh, actually? A miracle hath occurred. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that the best news ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no. Are you kidding? Oh, baby. We're so close. So close. Alright, well, we know what we have to grind for when I get back. We know what we have to do. In the meantime, let's go plan some ish. And we'll get our energy efficiency module on, so at least we won't have to... We're, like, taking care of some of the power stuff up front. Watch us come back and find this thing being played with. Like a freaking cat toy by a Reaper. I'd laugh so hard. Yeah, because somehow the Reaper manages to be bigger than this, and... I thought I heard a concerning noise. I guess I did not. Alright, let's see something. Can't believe that my Italian self did not close every door and turn off every light when we're not using it. Now 300%. Beautiful. Alright, so we're gonna put the power cell chargers right. I feel like this makes sense. I feel like we need these to be right next to where we have to replace them. Go. By the way, one of my favorite hacks of this game. Oh boy. Oh boy. Actually, that is gonna be the shittest. Hang on. Oh, right here is actually perfect. They fixed that? Oh, fuck me. Of course. I just showed how long, though, that I've been into this game, which is kind of funny. Alright, then we have the prawn bay. Oh, it's so nice and creepy in here. Oh. I keep waiting to see, like, a little beep beep. Alright, you're doing fine health-wise. The Cyclops mod station is there. Oh, hang on. I mean, let's first save on top of our colossal submarine. I mean, we could go down by the other house. I don't think this is going to be a very safe venture. We need to, like, reassure a bunch of stuff. Or we at least need to fix a bunch of stuff. So the prawn, the decoy launcher would be nice. We do need to figure out decoys. We have got shit to do here, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Makes me slightly less, What is all this? Well, I'm trying to remember. You can tell that I barely use the thing for my own playthroughs because I'm just like baffled by the way that it works. You know something? I wonder if a reefback is gonna crash right into me over here. Right, Walker? It's so exciting. It's a good moment. Yeah, I know. There we go. Pop this guy right over here. I was giving myself a bit of terror. I get so nervous that I stop talking when we have the Cyclops because it literally makes me nervous. I feel so nervous. I can't even explain it. I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like a reverence for the Cyclops that it's hard for me to express properly. Alright, what the heck is back here again? Alright, no, this is our, like, power. Alright, so this is not as big. Oh, good, we found it. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so we need plasteel on this. We need the shield generator. That's a must. That's a must. The fire suppression system is also a must, which means... Please be a crab snake. Okay, I'm presuming that you are a crab snake and or another stupid creature that has bumped into me. That just gave me the heart attack of a lifetime, even though I know for a fact I'd hear a Reaper. I am such an anxious person. Having a Cyclops in my hands is like the most... Alright, so we need the fire suppression. We're going to need crystalline sulfur, so I gotta find that. We gotta find the docking bay repair. Yes, we only need copper for that. We can do that now. The decoy tube upgrade we're definitely getting. Then we from there need to be... Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna get this thing super efficient and running smoothly, because if this is gonna be our exploratory submarine, then we're gonna make the most of that. Now, I'm hearing terrifying noises, but I think it's gonna be real fun to spawn back up on here. That is, hopefully nothing murders us. Well, y'all. Well, stream, it is time for me to go and get ready for therapy, but I love you all. It has been a pleasure to be hanging out with you guys this morning into the early afternoon. I'm gonna go have my therapy and then we're gonna be back after, and we're gonna be going for crystalline sulfur, we're gonna be going for all the upgrades for the Cyclops, and we are going to just basically pimp our ride. That's pretty much what today's session is going to be, is that and just a bunch of building as well. So love you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. It has, as always, been a pleasure, and I will see you guys in a couple hours. So I hope everybody has a good time zone. Enjoy your lunch if that's the time that you're vibing on. Your dinner for those of you that are in Europe, and I will see you all in just a little bit. Be well, and until then.